Hi, welcome back to, what episode is this?
12.
12. Welcome back to I'm Peaking Podcast. This is episode 12. We're your hosts.
I am Brin.
I'm Nand.
I'm Mickie.
I'm Devin. We
And-
should have introduced our guest.
And
I'm William Black.
This
That's
is the
me.
wonderful Mr. Black Jr.
Mr. Black Sr. is my father.
So is Black your actual last name?
That is my last
That's
name.
So like it's your
That is
stage name is
sick.
your actual name.
Yeah.
That's
Love that.
I
fucking
thought,
sick.
I thought it was cool enough.
No, it is cool
Yeah.
enough.
Dude, I got it. I mean, I'm sure you've heard it a million times. Do you get any like Harry Potter jokes growing up?
Like Sirius Black?
Yeah.
No, not so much.
Hey.
No, I would get made fun of for sure, but
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
not Harry Potter was a little later.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Well, we're thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for
We're happy to have you, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have a lot
super
of
excited.
questions for you.
yeah. You were saying that this is your first podcast.
First podcast.
Yeah.
First in-person podcast,
To be
right?
fair, we
Oh, yeah.
technically had him on the podcast for like 13 seconds
That
last
is
time.
true.
Oh yeah, with Tyler.
Did I? Oh, I called him.
you called in the podcast last time.
I always do that.
That's
You're-
Wait, where was I
that's what you
during
told
this?
us.
I think you're upstairs.
Oh, so we weren't filming.
You were
Well,
taking.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We weren't
Okay.
filming. Yeah. So it wasn't technically on the podcast.
Oh,
it was
okay.
behind the scenes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's when we found out he's like a FaceTime human. Like,
Yeah.
you
I
just-
didn't know that wasn't a I don't know when I started doing that, but I FaceTime everybody.
yeah, no, I do now. But it's a hit or miss, you know, because
Yeah.
like people are busy. But like,
Some people are like, why the
Like,
fuck
why are you
FaceTiming?
I think they call you instead. They're like, I can't see you right now, but I'll just call you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait, didn't you have a question about that already?
Oh yeah, no. My favorite thing is like because he knows FaceTiming your best friend while you're on the like when you're taking a shit is like
Oh,
the
yeah.
funniest thing because
Yeah.
like your face is like up in the camera like, hey,
Yeah.
what you doing? What you doing, Bo?
Yeah, it's like, all right, I gotta go because I gotta wipe. So
You mute it every time you're just like dropping something.
yeah, you're like, hold on a second. My like best friends, I don't care. They could see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever.
There was
Yeah.
one time Nan FaceTimed me and we were both taking a shit at the same time. It was actually
Oh,
really
it was
funny.
so
How's-
fun because I literally it wasn't FaceTime, it was phone call.
Oh, it was a phone call.
and you could hear the fan, and I was like, wait, are you taking a shit?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm taking a shit. Are you taking a shit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
That's bromance.
shit bonding.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I get shy.
I know, me
I get
too.
pee shy. Like there's some girls that I'm friends with, and like they just start peeing in the bathroom when I'm in there, and I'm like, okay, you could do that, but then I can't. I just don't know how to pee or shit in front of people.
Yeah. Isn't that called something? That's like I feel
Nervous
like that,
pooing.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's what it's nervous.
Oh, I thought it was just
What if-
stage fright.
What if you were like in a relationship or something and you were taking a shower and your partner was just using the bathroom? Would that freak you out?
I can't do that.
If the criteria is relationship, that would mean I'm in a relationship with Devin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Wait, what?
EDC Vegas.
Oh yeah, yeah, we did that.
Splitting a room with
Whatever.
8 people, one
Yeah.
bathroom.
I was like, yeah. He was like, or I said I had to shower. He's like, wait, I have to take a shit. I'm like, dude, just go while I'm showering, dude. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
He's
that's love.
All right, fine.
that is love, true love.
Yeah.
That's
We've
true.
done that multiple times.
Yeah, at this
We've
point.
been like, dude, you just fucking take a shower. And I'm just like, dude, you can just go to the bathroom. Like, it's like, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to be like sticking my head out the shower,
It's
like looking at you poop. Like, I don't
Yeah,
care.
taking notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was in a relationship, maybe I could do that. Maybe.
You'd have to be really comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Building trust.
Yeah.
Mm.
We're off to a great start here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So Will, what got you into making music? I think that's,
I mean, honestly, as simple as like I went to a rave when I was like 16 and I was like, I want to do this.
oh yeah, we heard about
Yeah,
that.
how'd you
Yeah.
get in at 16?
Well, they used to be all ages.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was
Oh,
like
yeah.
2010.
Oh, okay.
It
Ah.
was called Winter Fresh, and it was up in San Bernardino.
Oh.
So I drove up with my friends, and actually, there was like a whole issue where the like day before the fest or I won't even call it a festival. It was a rave, and the venue got pulled, so they had to move it to like 2 different venues over
Mhm.
2 days, I think.
Yeah.
And so I drove up with my friends, and they didn't get in, but I got in.
Oh.
Oh.
And so they called me. They're like, I'd already been in there for a couple hours. They're like, hey, we didn't get in. Like, we got to go. And I was like, I'm not leaving.
Were you,
I'll just-
were you vibing by yourself in there?
So it was like a solo.
I had one buddy with
Oh,
me.
okay.
Oh, okay.
And I had already like made some friends that lived in Irvine. And I was like, I was like, hey, you got to give me a ride home. And they're like, okay. And so that was it. I was like, this is, I was listening to dance music before that.
Yeah.
But when I went there, I knew I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all it was.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
Also, 2010, you were 16. So are we the same age? Are you 28, 29?
I'm 28.
Hey, let's go. You're 28.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
I'm 22.
Let's go.
24.
We're old.
Older. Let's go.
See, that's the thing. Even the world, and I always preach this to like every podcast we have and every video that I do is just like, we can keep raving. There's so many people who are like, oh yeah, I'm 25, I'm too old, I can't go anymore. I'm like, bro, I'm 28, my bones ache and I'm still going.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I don't go as much anymore because it's like what I do.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But I mean, obviously I still love it. Like, I don't think there's ever an age where you have to stop going.
If you want to take a break, you just take a break.
But like I've seen like a couple of grandparents at a festival.
I have too.
Yeah, like I was like
that.
vibing and I was towards the back and I just see them and they were so cute. They were like having so much fun and I'm like, me.
We talked about this on one of the old episodes. Dream State.
Yeah,
Dream State was like a heavy, like older crowd. Like everyone was had white hair of some type.
Yeah, loved it though. Yeah,
I feel like the trance scene is a bit older of a demographic.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, the house scene too. I brought my dad to day trip, and he loved it.
Yeah, my mom was there too. Our
Yeah,
parents on the
Both
same day.
It was so funny. Yeah, we all went together. It was really funny.
That's tight.
It was like, bring your parents to a rave day.
Now I'm looking for one to bring my mom to because my mom was like, "Hey, you brought dad to one. Now when is
Skyline?"
And I want to bring her to, I think, a better one because she likes. No, okay, wait, no, sorry, not better. The one that's not restricted to a certain genre. One that's like more genres because she loves everything.
Take it or beyond.
I think she should go to a Lost in Dreams. Some form of Lost.
I think Lost in Dreams would be a good one to take her to. The only thing is in Vegas, but
Lost in Dreams is actually where I met you.
I remember that. I remember that because I didn't know who you were, but somebody that was in the meet and greet knew who you were. They're like, "Hey, I know you from Instagram." And you're like, "Oh, hi." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's famous."
But like, do you like normally just go through the crowd before your sets?
Sometimes, if I have like, if I'm not like absolutely exhausted, I like to go either before or after my set. At a festival for sure. Like I want to, there's probably an artist I want to see playing, so I like to roam around. But it is nice to be able to go sit somewhere because.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
I get tired.
Yeah, that's what Tyler was saying too. He was just like, once you get that like royal treatment, it's hard to
go back.
It's hard to go back to it.
It is.
Yeah, we know how that is with VIP too. Like, I mean, we're in the process of trying to get AA passes, so I can only imagine what it's gonna be like if we ever get those.
I got AA once, and I got so spoiled because the free drinks backstage, and I'm like, bro, why can't I have this every time?
Yeah.
See, for me, I haven't had the opportunity to taste that back there yet, but like I just want to be able to like step away for a moment. You know what I mean? Step away from don't get me wrong, I love the music, I love the people, I love the energy, I love all of it, but like need to step away for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, no, I feel that. That's nice to have like, the little artist area to go back and chill and take a nap maybe and then go back out.
Honestly, for me, I'll just go to this might be offensive to some people, but I'll just go to the house stage and I'll take a nap.
Just chill. Yeah.
He hates.
You're a house hater.
I've tried really hard, but I went to Crossed.
Yeah.
And the same beat was like 45 minutes, and I'm like, I want to enjoy this. I really, really do, but I started nodding off.
That's fair enough. I mean, everybody likes what they like.
Yeah. During Fred Again too.
No, Fred Again was good. No, I left before that.
Oh, okay.
What music do you actually listen to?
Like dance music or
anything
in general?
Oh my god! I mean, I listen to everything from like classical music to rap to rock.
I
wish Grayson was here.
Yeah, I listen to pretty much. I feel like I don't listen to that much dance music because it's hard for me to get inspired if I'm listening to like the same thing all the time.
Like our friend Code Pink, he says that to me all the time.
Yeah.
Listen to everything.
Yeah.
You can't be inspired by the same things by listening to the same stuff you already listen to.
Right. No, I listen to everything.
Wait, I have an important question though. Do you like drum and bass?
I love drum and bass.
Yeah, let's go.
Is that like a hot topic?
Yeah.
I just love asking like every person that comes in here because I love drum and bass.
Don't you have a song with Millennium that sounds drum and bassy?
Oh yeah, that's full on drum and bass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Damn. Wait. It's already released?
It's released. It's been
How
released
do I
for
not
like
know
a year.
about this?
Did you say Millennium? It could have been you if you have one. You don't have a pashmina.
I know.
Oh yeah.
You need a pashmina.
Wait, I literally, you know what's so funny? So our one of our friends, Larry. Actually, this is a topic I was gonna bring up. We actually saw you at Yardhouse when you performed for at Time. I don't know if you remember us.
I remember.
My friend Larry came up. I don't know if you're getting dinner with us after. Larry wants to come to dinner with us, basically, if we get food. But we came up to you and said hi.
Right? That was like the day before my birthday.
Was it
the William Black event? Yeah.
That wasn't even that long ago, right?
Yeah, no,
it was like in August.
wasn't.
It was in August.
Oh.
Yeah.
When we went with like Tree and like Sane and all them.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. We saw you at your house. Our friend Larry is just like, dude, that's William Black. William Black. I think I'm gonna go say something. I think I'm gonna say what's up. And he doesn't say hi to anyone.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Anyway.
But he loves your music.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Shout out Larry.
But
Shout
anyways,
out Larry.
we were looking for a pashmina because I wanted to get Larry a William Black pashmina.
Oh, we haven't
And there's
made it
just
yet.
one that literally is like a scarf and it just says William Black on it in like the most generic font.
Oh, somebody else made one.
I think you need it. You need one because
We're gonna work. We'll make them this year.
Okay.
It's subtle way
There
of
you
saying
go.
already in the work.
We're working on it.
Yeah, I collect the
Okay,
pashminas from every artist.
There we go.
so-
Okay, well then you'll get.
yeah,
you'll have a
literally
William
every
Black one
podcast
soon.
she's wearing a different one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, she's gonna start running out of
You
them.
didn't
really
make
soon.
You should have made your
Yeah.
own.
I should.
We're trying.
It's-
We're
actually
working on it.
that.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone doesn't know how difficult these things are until they start trying to make these things.
Oh, yeah.
It is
Yeah.
so much work. It's like the concept alone is just step one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you have to find a manufacturer and
Distribution,
Oh, yeah.
good
Yeah.
materials.
I'm getting my own fans made right now because I'm working with another fan company that actually Tony designed the designs for.
Nice.
Super excited to release them, but that's taken like months to do. And
Yeah.
and as soon as we had the idea, we were like on it. But like, there's just so much work that goes into the middle process before it's actually in your hands. You
Yeah.
know?
It's true.
Yeah. Do you ever listen
Oh
to
yeah,
topics?
I do.
Yeah.
You or Nand?
Oh yeah,
Nand.
Nand.
Was it me?
Yeah.
Oh, we kind of already touched on that. The whole like, how did you go from being a raver to making music?
Pre-show rituals.
Oh, the pre-show ritual one. Do you have a pre-show ritual?
Yeah, you get anxiety and then go on stage. No, I mean, I used to get really anxious, but I don't know. Honestly, I try to stay like as busy as possible up until I go on stage because like the more time I'm not just like in my head, I can just be like,
Yeah.
I'd rather be like, all right, you're gone in 2 minutes. Cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
That's a good strat.
drink
I
some
actually agree with
water, make sure I've gone to the bathroom.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
you don't
Take care of the basics.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I don't have like, you know, when I did my headline tour earlier this year, we would sometimes do like the hands in
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing. But when it's just me, like,
Yay!
just like, all right, let's go, let's do it.
Like,
Yeah.
let's
Cool.
do this.
Yeah,
You're like the show's out there, not in here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just get out there right now.
that's how I'd rather just like show up right before I go on,
Yeah.
go on,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then I could take it all in after.
But once you're on, the anxiety's gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like once I mean, I don't really get anxious anymore, to be honest. I used to, like I said, I used to get like really anxious. My friend loves telling the story about like one of my first like bigger shows I was playing here with Millennium. This is like 2016. And I called him and I was like, hey, I realized I have to get on the mic at the show.
Oh.
And he was like, I mean, yeah. And I'm like,
It's like you didn't
why
already
did
know.
why did I decide to become a DJ? I don't want to get on the mic.
Yeah.
And I forgot to introduce myself. It was like I was so nervous. But now I'm a lot more comfortable. I think it just takes some time. I would still rather play a show in front of like thousands of people than talk to like 20 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like the definition of anxiety. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's people are like, oh, if you're so anxious, like you don't care. All those people like watching you do your thing. I'm like, no, because I don't know. I feel like if they're there, they already probably like me. So
Yeah.
and even if I mess up, they don't know. And
Yeah.
also, or if I do mess up, then like they see that I'm actually doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
mess up, it's just a VIP. That's it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I messed up at Ultra last year, and I like got on the mic and I like span it back. I was like, yeah, I fucked that up. Let's try this again.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like clapping. and I was
Honestly,
like,
people love
People
Fans,
love
yeah.
that.
They love when you acknowledge it because it's just funny or it just brings the vibe.
And it shows that you're real as well. Like you're
Yeah.
able to acknowledge your mistakes.
Yeah, whatever.
At least you weren't Tyler who stopped his or
started
restarted
all
his step
over.
Yeah.
45 minutes in.
Oh,
I don't know if
I
did
saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
saw it? Were you there?
Yeah,
Oh, you were there.
I think so. I think that was in Denver.
Yeah.
It's the one where he was like, "Yo, make some noise if you ever made a mistake." That's so funny.
Yeah, he owned it.
He owns it.
That was funny.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. But yeah, I totally get what you mean by that. Like just staying busy up until that point. I used to run track and do swim, and those two
swim.
sports. I used to swim. I was on a swim
Do
team.
swim? You used to do swim?
Yeah, that's a term.
Is
you
it?
say do swim.
You
Yeah.
used to swim.
Okay, I used to swim. Whatever. But
Yeah, fix your grammar.
shut up. But
He proofreads all our emails.
it's
That's
like
good.
those two sports specifically are like so nerve wracking up until your event, and there's all this like time
Right.
beforehand, and like by the time you're like walking over to like go onto the slats like for track and stuff, like your guts are just like all the way up here. And you're just so nervous. But I would rather be like running around doing stuff and then be like, oh, it's my event right now, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just get thrown into it. That's
That's
the best way, I think.
all my friends who've gone like skydiving said like it's all
Build
the
up.
anxiety is until you jump, and then you
Yeah.
jump, and
Yeah.
I feel like you could look at it the same way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of people, it's like after you make your first transition on the stage, on the decks, then you're chilling. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You're not really tripping anymore.
It's like you've now stepped into it.
Mhm.
The only like comparison I could probably have is like theater. So
Sure.
like I act and I used to do theater and whatnot.
Mhm.
You got to stay busy getting ready, all that jazz. But
Right.
then you're sitting for a minute because you're just like, well, there's not much we can do. We're already
Yeah.
ready. And
Yeah.
then you're waiting for your part. You're waiting for your cue, waiting for the cue. And then finally you get out there and it's like, cool. I don't even see the stage anymore. I'm just
Right.
in it.
You're just doing it. And yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like, oh God, hopefully there's people out there when I'm playing. So if I see people, I'm like, all right, it'll be fun. You
Yeah.
know?
It's
And
okay. They have all those lights pointing in your face. You can't see.
Yeah.
Can you see people in the crowd?
Of course.
Yeah, okay, good.
What's the craziest thing you've seen while you were playing a set?
Like, I mean, there was one time where this girl or guy got like pulled out in a stretcher during my set, but it was a really
yeah.
big crowd, and so they had to like part it to get, because she was close, and I couldn't focus on anything else. Just like watching to make sure that she
Yeah.
was okay.
Yeah.
And she was fine, but it was that. I mean, I couldn't think about anything else the
Yeah.
whole
Of
time.
course.
But you
I
have to,
also
like-
didn't know what was happening
Yeah.
Mhm.
until after. I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah. And you have to just keep playing too, right?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
can't like stop and be like,
Well, that's what I asked my manager. I was like, "What do I do in that situation?" Like, and he's like, "Just keep playing, unless it's like I see somebody that isn't getting the attention they need. I'll
Yeah.
just stop the music. I don't care. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's already getting taken care of, then I guess I have to keep
yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you ever been flashed?
Not that I was aware of. but on my tour, Tyler got flashed.
He was telling us about that.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, I looked and I was like, oh my God. And then she was just like staring at Tyler, and I was like,
Oh my god.
jeez. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wait,
I-
I think didn't Tyler say that like he like knew of that fan too, because like she reached out to him multiple times or something, or like
I don't
talked to
know.
him.
I don't
I think it was
remember.
I want to say it was one of those like she
Super
had,
fans?
Yeah, she had made
Yeah.
herself known multiple times before.
She was
Yeah.
definitely trying to make herself known on the rail.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have the balls to do that, then more power to you.
Dude,
I guess.
I love being third party to that, where you just watch it and you could just see everything happening. You're just like,
I know. I was like, oh, she definitely is just like, she just had her phone up like, Fairlane, come back out. I'm like, okay, well, my set's cool too.
Wait, she had it in the middle of your set. Fairlane come back
Oh
out.
yeah, she was, because he would come and play. Him and Cinemakid would come during my set.
my
and
God.
do certain things. So she was loving Tyler.
Holy
God.
Crazy in love.
Mega fan.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like I haven't seen that much crazy stuff. I mean, I know at Lost in Dreams people were like climbing on those like
The mushroom?
the mushrooms. I was like, whoa. I didn't see it till after the fact
Yeah.
though, and I was like, that looks pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's
They
fun.
just want to see you better.
For a second,
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say, "Yeah, people were doing like triple shoulder rides and stuff." We did a triple shoulder ride during Armin Hammer's set.
Damn.
Larry was actually the bottom. Funny.
Let's go.
Yeah.
She was crazy.
It's always crazy when you see those fans though. Like I know at NOS, I don't know which event it was, but people have climbed all the way up the sitting up like on the like actual like ceiling part. I'm like,
That's so dangerous.
bro, one wrong step.
I've seen people get thrown in the air, like a basket toss, like
yeah.
full on
Oh my
cheerleader
God.
style. I
Yeah.
want to do that so bad. Like get thrown in the air. Hell yeah.
Not me.
I wasn't cheer.
She's like, toss me around, daddy, please.
No.
I was like, I'll watch. And we're like,
Good job.
You know, I wasn't cheering. I was always the one at the bottom throwing the girls up. So it'd be a dream to be the one getting thrown up, I think.
Yeah, follow your dreams, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I just feel like that's
is that why you like moshing? Because you get to be thrown around?
Yeah, no, I love moshing. Well, it also just gets out a lot of like my anger and anything that I have built out. I just like to throw my body around. But
Considering how much you two mosh, are you guys okay? Like,
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm like the opposite. I'm like, leave me out of it, dude.
I used to go in the mosh pits.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Would you
When I-
ever go to a mosh pit during your set?
Oh yeah, sure. That sounds sick.
yeah, let's do it.
Dude, let's make it happen.
So like in the middle of your set, you just go into the crowd and start
As
a
long
mosh
as I
pit.
can get back.
Yeah.
I just don't want anybody to get hurt. That's what
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, there's heavy parts of my set,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like for the most part it's pretty chill. Not I wouldn't even say chill, just like more emotional. And so
Yeah.
I don't want to give people the wrong idea that like my sets are for beating each other up.
like crying and moshing at the same time.
Sometimes that's the best way.
I promote Crybanging every day.
Crybanging. That's the worst and funniest thing ever.
I'm a crybanger.
I like hate that term and love it at the same time. It's funny. It
Yeah.
works.
It's a common term. People just say we're cry banging.
Yeah.
Your set, yeah.
I love it.
I think Wooly came up with that.
Did he?
Oh, did
really?
he?
I didn't know that.
Oh.
That's ironic considering his sets are not
Heavy.
cry at all.
No, his are just like bangers.
Oh yeah, we had
Yeah.
like 5 mosh pits in a row at EDC Orlando during
Yeah.
the set.
Nonstop.
It was like couldn't get away from it, dude. I
I've
was like,
never been surrounded by that many moshes
Really?
yeah.
consistently. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy
Yeah.
moshing, but like if I've run out of water and I'm like panting, I'm like, how are we still doing this?
Yeah. I mean, his sets are great. Like they're heavy.
Yeah.
You know?
It was nonstop mosh pits. Like some of these people were going the entire set, just
Yeah.
pushing around. Like how?
Don't they get tired?
Yeah, I broke my finger in one of
Oh,
Wooly's
yeah, you
mosh
did.
pit
Yeah.
set.
You
Yeah,
broke your pinky.
yeah, it's still coming back to me.
I've had some injuries while I was DJing.
Yeah.
I
What
had-
happened?
Wait,
When
how?
when I was
Wait, how did that happen? That spun it too hard.
I know it's like a joke, right? But no, I was playing at Webster Hall, and I was like, you know, doing my fucking dances or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I brought my arm down, and this finger hit the table, and it like bent all the way back.
Oh,
And it's still not perfect, but it
Yeah.
was like 3 times the size it is now.
Dude, the level
DJ
of hype you must have been to actually throw your hand down that
yeah.
hard.
I was having so much fun, and I kept playing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Deal with
Yeah.
it later.
Dude, let's be real. There's so many artists, yourself included, now that I've heard that. They'll be injured, broken arm, like
Yeah,
injuries of any time. There's like, nope, I'm just going to play one arm.
yeah.
You can play with
fuck
one
it.
hand.
If you're already there, you got to do it.
Yeah, plus you have the adrenaline as well.
Yeah. I don't know if there's ever been a time I've had to cancel a show because of like an injury or being sick or anything. I mean, I had to, well, I guess that's not true. I had to get like a surgery, and so I couldn't play Bass Canyon. But normally I'll even if I'm sick or something,
Yeah.
I'll go. I mean, not so much now because of COVID, but like
Yeah.
before,
Mm.
you know, you gotta show up for the fans and play the show. They've been looking forward to seeing you.
yeah,
so.
just power through it.
Yeah.
I've had friends who had like food poisoning and were like throwing up in a trash can
That's
on stage.
Crazy. I actually
That's
asked Tyler.
crazy.
That's crazy, Chove. I actually asked Tyler about that because one of our questions when Tyler was on was what happens when you have to go to the bathroom during the middle of your set.
Yeah.
And then I asked him like, because I'm just imagining if someone had explosive diarrhea or like had food poisoning or something, like what do they do?
Just wear a diaper.
Yes. That was like one of our answers.
Yeah.
You work through it. You make
All right,
it
guys,
happen.
you heard it here first. You know,
My
Will's the most qualified here.
My,
So
my friend Al, who throws events all over, came up with the idea at DJ Diapers. So they're not, it's not in production yet, but
it's
what
in
yeah.
progress.
You'll be the first customer.
Yeah.
You guys should have like your logos on it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When we're all
Because like we could use it too when we're in the crowd.
for sure. Well, especially when we're all like 80 years old, still trying to go to shows.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what that's gonna be like when we're that age? Do you even think?
I think about that sometimes.
Do you see yourself stopping, or do you not want to stop?
Like, oh, I'm gonna go until nobody wants to see me anymore.
Hell yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
we'll
pretty
see.
much.
We'll see you until
Be
our end.
90 up there, like,
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, Devin,
Okay,
you saying that
Thank
showed
you.
your age because
What?
she's 22, she's 25. They don't think about that age.
Yeah,
We're
no.
28 because we're almost 30 thinking about that age.
I mean, we still got some time.
Oh, we got
Nah,
plenty of
y'all
time.
are
Don't get me
still
wrong with
young.
that.
Yeah, according to Gary Vee, I'm
Speak
young
for
as fuck.
yourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, Gary Vee.
I know.
What do you? Why you like him?
Oh, I can't stand his voice.
Oh, you can't stand his, yeah, I don't think anyone can stand his voice.
Yeah.
I feel like I used to see him a lot more on my feed and stuff, but I
Yeah.
don't see him. So
I think
much
your feed
anymore.
realized that you don't like his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just have to download all of his videos, throw them into Premiere, and then pitch down his voice
There
so
you
that it's
go.
actually like tolerable.
I
but-
do like all the videos of people making fun of him though.
Yeah.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Because he's a good sport and he thinks it's funny too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I appreciate this guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it's one of those things where he knows what he's talking about. So, but people are gonna make fun of him because, well, it's his delivery and some of what he says is outrageous. But I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing where it's like the more people that have like the bigger audience you get, the more people who aren't gonna like you.
Yeah.
So that's
For
what
sure.
even
Oh,
as
yeah.
Oh yeah, we get that all the
yeah.
time.
There's this book that I read, not in full because I have ADHD and I can't read a whole book.
Fair enough.
It was about a purple cow. So like the idea is 30% of people are never gonna like you. You see a herd of cows, one's purple. Most of them are like, oh, that's cool, but at least 30% of the other cows are gonna be like, fuck that cow, fuck you for
Yeah.
being purple. And there's
It's
nothing you
like-
can do about it. You're still a cow. You're still doing the exact same thing, and it's the same thing with us. You know,
We're all cows.
Was this person born as a cow in one life? Or?
I hate you so
Are
much.
you trying to say we're all cows?
I got you.
get what I'm trying to say.
But it's like, excuse me, even as an artist, it's like, when you first are starting out, it's like everybody who's like giving you feedback, it's all pretty much positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then you're getting bigger when people are like, this shit is trash.
Yes.
You sound like Walmart Millennium.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
almost a good thing though.
Speak-
Like,
Speaking of that, Tyler said the same thing to me. So he sent me like a VIP version of like something he was working on. Is like, yo, can you give me like actual thought, because all my friends are just gonna be like, yo, it sounds great. And then like 2 seconds later, he sends a screenshot of someone doing exactly that. And I just gave him like, because I gave him a real opinion. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not an artist, but like, it does sound a little muddy here, or it
Yeah.
sounded like you had something going on here, but then you lost me here. Like I was trying to give him like some real feedback.
Right.
And he's like, oh yeah, all my artist friends are just going to be like, oh, it sounds great. And that's exactly what happened.
yeah.
It's true.
How do you deal with all the hate though?
Oh,
Who's hating? I got no haters. I don't know.
Don't even acknowledge
I
them.
don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. I feel like honestly, recently I haven't been seeing that much
Yeah.
shit. I mean, I don't know. I've had some before and I've reacted poorly, and also like
Yeah.
when I did one of those the first live stream thing I did was the room service festival. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
I think I remember.
It was like it was during like the lockdowns and
Mhm.
stuff, and I like went to my manager's house, set up a green screen, like paid my VJ to make have visuals and
Yeah.
like plan the whole thing. I spent my own money to make it sick, and then some kids were like, "Oh, he's not even DJing, like it's not even plugged in," because from the way the video looks, I was like, "You motherfucker!" I went off on Twitter, and then he issued me a formal apology. So I guess sometimes it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. I was talking to them about it before, but one of my videos that I did back in September just started popping off on YouTube, and like half of like the the eastern or middle states, United States people, I feel like those are that's like the majority of people that are commenting on the video because all of them, it's just me and another EDM creator, and she's wearing rave clothes. But like, as you know, rave clothes are very revealing. And so she has like no pants basically, but like fishnets, right? And majority of the comments, like 70% of the comments are like, where's her pants? Like, this is why you always hug your daughters. And like people who have never heard of a rave before.
Yeah.
So they're like, you know.
Secretly, those guys are like on their burner account, like trying to go to their OnlyFans. And
No, exactly. They're like, yeah, smells like STDs. But meanwhile, they're like going and looking
Pick a
up
side,
like her.
bro.
Yeah. So I feel like at that point, it's just like ignorance is bliss. Like, there's just no point in even reading about it. And because I feel like every time one of us gives into that, we always want to respond or we want to say something, but it's just like at the end of the day, like who really wins from doing that?
It's better to not give them the attention that they want.
Right. They're just trying to get you pissed off. But then at the same time,
they're just trying to instigate.
They also don't think you're even going to see it. Because when you respond to something like, "Oh my god, dude, actually, like,
that's
I
true.
love
We
it."
had that too. Yeah, our friend Andy is like, dude, sometimes your biggest haters are the ones who come up to you and are like, "Yo, love what you do," or like, "Love your work."
I will never forget. It was at Skyline. So we did. So me and him, we actually did a DJ fan series, like parody comedy on YouTube. So basically, we would just like pretend to be the fans of a DJ and just like be like the most stereotypical version of those fans, right?
Right. Yeah.
There was someone who came after us for a 7 Lines video that we did and was just like apparently slandering us in the comments. I never saw them personally.
Yeah, I never saw that comment either.
Maybe she deleted them, honestly.
Oh,
but I saw her at Skyline, or she saw me at Skyline because I was working media at the time, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's you!" And then she like quickly put in the conversation, "I went after you guys on that 7 Lines video, but then like I kept watching your videos and I love you guys. You guys are so funny." And then like it was in my head. I'm like, this is funny. This is really funny because like apparently you hated us, came after us, and then saw, oh wait, they're actually kind of funny.
Well, it's probably because she watched the video and was like, "Oh my god, they're talking about me right now. I'm that stereotype."
Yeah, because this is our series where we make fun of DJ, like certain DJs' fan bases. Yeah. So we like call them
make fun of mine right now.
Fuck yeah. Oh.
Wait. All right, so we're making fun of Will's fan base. What are some things that we would say?
They cry a lot.
Yeah, they cry
that's
a lot.
obvious, but like,
I mean,
more specific.
Did you say it? You didn't say it?
More specific than that.
I don't know off the top of my head. Like usually we do a lot of research to
yeah, we do. We go on like Reddit threads and we like look at what people are saying.
I do know that he's becoming one of the four horsemen of depression.
Of depression.
Yeah.
You are a part of the Sad Boys Club.
Yeah. This is true.
The 4 pillars.
The 4 pillars.
No, before like I remember it used to be Dabin, but he just goes so hard all the time, and I'm like, I don't know if he's a sad boy anymore.
Wait, we had a question about this, didn't we? Remember when we were brainstorming? We had a question about what your element would be.
Oh yeah. Let me ask him.
Yeah.
So you've watched Avatar: The Last Airbender by any chance? Like the show? Oh well, you know what the 4 elements are.
You know the 4 elements.
Yeah, you know the 4 elements.
Water, fire,
earth,
and
wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had to choose, not just for yourself, but for the other 3 sad boys.
Oh, that's easy. So you got wind, Said the Sky, because he's the sky.
Yeah.
Millennium, he's fire because he's got the phoenix. And then I think I might be water.
Oh,
okay.
For tears.
Literally.
What's the last one again? Earth.
Earth.
Dabin. I feel like his like aesthetic is like very like earthy tones and like plants.
Actually,
and stuff.
I can see that.
Okay, I think our guess was that you were gonna be Earth.
Yeah.
I think, and then
fair enough.
Who do we say was water?
I don't think we got that far.
Oh,
I think we were just like, nah, he'd be
We're
Earth.
just like, Will's Earth.
That's it. We didn't think farther with like the water and whatnot.
Oh, I was thinking Dabin for tears as well. That's why I put him in water.
Fair enough. But it might be interchangeable.
I mean, technically, they're all water.
Well, what are the 4 horsemen? What was it during? Which video did we do it for? Was it for 7 Lines?
It was a 7 Lines one. So I think at the time we included 7 Lines and
we did.
slander.
It was 7 Lines because we had read on Reddit that was what it was being majority referred to as. It was 7 Lines, Said the Sky, Dabin, and Millennium.
Personally, at this point, I think it's both.
I think it's now.
No, definitely. It's changed. It changes.
It's honestly changed.
We shot this 2 years ago. So
Plus 7 Lines music is very like, I don't know if it's like cry music
It's
anymore. It's just
ethereal.
ethereal. That's the exact word I was thinking. It's like very ethereal music.
for sure.
I feel like, and all four of us are like actually friends.
Yeah, I love
yeah.
that.
Kind of
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I found that out recently.
Really?
That like all of you live together too.
No, I live with Enzo and Blank, but
Or
Trevor,
like you all live in the same area.
like I live a 2-minute walk from Devin and Said The Sky,
Oh,
and
love
then,
that.
and then Millennium too. Like he lives right down the street.
I love how
Nan's
you guys are all
ears.
in the
Said the
same
Sky?
neighborhood.
No, for me,
Yeah.
for me,
all the
like
sad boys live on the same street.
I know.
That's
I love
easy
the
to work.
idea of that. I love that's like the dream. You want to live near all your best friends.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. That's part of the reason I moved to Denver. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been here. I'd been in LA for 10 years, and I was like,
Oh yeah, then
Yeah.
that's totally fair.
I didn't need to be here anymore.
Yeah.
You know. So
That's
Yeah.
also the dream too. Is like
Yeah.
once your career, whatever it might be,
Sure.
if you can get it to a point where like I don't need to be in LA,
Yeah.
right.
that's really cool.
I just need to be somewhere where it's easy to fly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
and like Denver's way more central, so flying to the East Coast doesn't take 5.5 hours anymore.
Yeah. That's a good
Vice
way to
versa.
look at it. Yeah.
I do remember that airport being very. Been there once.
What do you
Only
mean?
once.
What do you mean strict?
To be fair, I did have like a computer. I had a Scarlett Solo in my backpack, and I
Mhm.
forgot to take that out, and then they just like went through my entire backpack, not
'Cause they're
just
like,
took
what
that
the
out.
hell is this thing?
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, fair enough.
electronics, things like that.
Well, he's not going to say it, but Said The Sky is actually Nan's favorite artist.
I don't know
and
what
he
you're
will
talking
not
about.
Shut up about him. So, so
Should
that's
we
why I was
you're all
like,
FaceTime?
yeah, you said, oh, do it, do it, do it. You're welcome, Nan.
No. Because I told you guys this before. Like, we're all just peers.
No,
Let's see.
stop.
No,
I'm
I know inside
done.
right now. You're like,
It's 2 p.m. in Denver. He'll be awake, I think.
So we continue the podcast about the.
if he answers, you got to show it to camera too.
What were we talking about?
Nan's shitting bricks right now.
No, I'm not.
He's not gonna answer.
He's not gonna answer.
He would have already answered.
Mans is busy. Don't need to. Don't
Look at him on his phone. Like, what are you doing on there? What are you
Well,
doing?
I actually don't even know him. It's like one of those.
Yeah. He's like, who the fuck is this guy?
It's one of those things. It's like, oh, call the most famous person in your phone, and they never answer.
I feel like that happens
hilarious.
most
Dude,
of the time.
I think that was actually one of my questions earlier because you're a FaceTime human. It's like, gun to your head, who would answer every time you called?
Mm.
They could literally be in surgery right now. They'd be like, hold up, pause. I need to answer this.
They're in anesthesia and they're like, wait, sorry, 1 second.
Wait, Will's calling.
Wake up.
Like, wait, Will's calling. Hold on.
I'd probably say my best friend John, who's his Cinemakid. That's his artist name.
Ah, okay.
He always answers. Except the other day he didn't. So I don't know.
Tragic.
That's hard. That's a hard
Shit, I don't know if
question.
we're best friends anymore.
But then he texts, "I'll call you right back."
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'll have to go with him. Yeah. Final answer.
Final answer.
Mine is Nand, so
That's
yeah,
good.
I know he'll always answer.
It's definitely not my parents. I call them, and then like 3 days later, they're like, "Hey, did you call?" I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like 3 days later. That's what I do. Yeah, he
Yeah.
called me last night, and I
Oh,
texted
yeah.
him like this morning. Was it or
Yeah.
what I say? I was like, "You called me."
It's usually
Yeah,
like
I
at
called
least-
you 5 times. You didn't even respond to me.
Yeah.
You didn't even send me a text this morning like, hey, sorry, I missed your call.
Because you knew I missed your call, so like I don't have to.
Yeah, you had me worried because I was like, dude, her phone died. She's not going to wake up again.
Oh, is this when you were trying to figure out the
Yeah, I was like, hey, we need to charge the camera battery because it needs to be charged by tomorrow.
I charged it. It's been charged.
Oh,
Yeah.
it just
We're good now.
died.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Who's yours, by the way?
What?
Who's yours? Who's your like is going to answer
Oh yeah.
every time? FaceTime.
It'd be Jay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yours?
You don't know. All of y'all have denied my calls. I have to call you like 3 times in order for you to answer, and then you finally do answer.
I'm pretty sure I picked
It's
up
usually
every time.
in the
far.
middle of
So far.
something.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, but then
well, then I'll answer because I'll be like, okay, she's calling me 3 times. It must be important.
it
Yeah.
never really is.
And it's not, and that's not good because then I'm gonna be like, oh, it's just Brin being Brin, so she's just calling me to annoy me. So then,
Calling me.
you ever heard about
annoying?
the guy, the boy who cried wolf?
It's true.
Yikes.
They're too old for that.
Oh
Too young
yeah,
for
true.
that.
I
don't know
know what that is, sir.
She's like, what is that again?
Yeah. Question for you. Do you be like scrolling through TikTok and see like the creators in the rave scene?
Oh, I know where this is going.
For sometimes. And then, but my TikTok For You page is like not really EDM at all. So sometimes, but not usually.
Probably a good thing.
How about like Instagram? Because I
know where this is going.
I don't know like if this is your management team, but I got a like on a booty photo once from you.
To be fair, this is something that I do where if I play at a festival or like or a show or something, I'll go on Instagram after and I'll go to that like event and then I'll pretty much just like everybody's photo who is there.
Okay.
So I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate the like. I just wanted to know if it was your management team or not, because we've had this discussion before. If it's a management team that likes the photos, so like we can like
you know
listen to the music.
Now that I think about it, I think you've also liked one of my videos too. Had to do it was around a festival, I think. Yeah,
because I feel
that's a
like
really smart marketing move.
Yeah,
I just gave it away for free.
Take notes.
I don't know why I decided to start doing that, but I did a few years ago and then I realized it's like, okay, like, you know, say I play a show and, you know, a bunch of new people found out about my music and maybe they really liked my set, but they're not necessarily going to think about, I need to go follow this guy right now and see what else he's doing. And so like, I don't know how many times I do that and I get a message like, oh my God, I loved your set. And then that's like a new fan.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that.
I like that. That's really smart too, because it's not like you're trying to like finesse or anything. It's just like giving people a reminder of like, oh, you like the set?
Yeah.
Come watch my other stuff. Yeah, it's me again. Like I want you to come check out my other stuff.
That's why I just do it myself, because I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna. I'm like, all right, I don't want to like fucking 10 photos of the same person.
Yeah.
Also, we should get your music ready.
Oh yeah. Let's listen to something.
The music. Let's hear it. Just don't blast our ears off like Tyler did. Just played it.
This is what I'll do. This is what I'll do too. I'll have the I can't remember what it's called right now. I'll have this thing all the way down
fader
first. Yes, I'll have the fader down first.
And then you just click headphones. I think.
All right, let's see. I brought the volume down to.
Is there anything you'd like us to know about this before you play it?
Oh yeah.
This is going to be a single at some point this year. It's from. I'm working on a new album.
So anybody who gets your album, can they also have a pashmina with it?
We'll see. We'll do it.
Lots of new albums getting made this year.
I love it.
I don't want to say like a release date because I don't know if it's going to come out this year. But my goal is to have it done that way in spring of 2024. So the beginning of 2024, I want to put the album out and do like a big tour. Yeah. Like at the same time.
I have a question. That so since you are, releasing a whole album, I know a lot of people have been talking about how like albums are dying and it's like everything's about the single release now. Is your album going to be, like a good one in the sense that it's built all together, one song leads into the next, into the next, into the next? Yeah. Because once upon a time, that's what all music used to do, but now it's just been shifting to like the single release, goldfish mentality that we all have.
I feel like that could work. I feel like it's the type of music that applies to. And I don't think there's ever really a like, this is the only way it works. I've put out 2 albums and my fans seem to like that I release albums, because it's also easier for me to like tell a whole story with the album. So like there's going to be obviously a few singles off of the album that are going to come out ahead of time. But I don't know. I feel like it's easier to like kind of have a concept and put it all out together.
Like because every song is a chapter, and then the whole album is its own story.
I think at the same time though, like you definitely don't want to like rush an album either.
Oh,
so
for
like,
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know like for example, so my favorite artist is Zed, and I know.
Really? No way.
Shut up. Just talking to him the other day. So yeah, I know he has not made an album since True Colors. And so
that was a while ago too.
Right. But he's working on, I know he just started working on one right now. He's taking the next 3 months off so that he can work on an album he's going to release this year. But I mean, when was True Colors released? Like 2013?
Was it that long?
It was around college time.
I was in college.
It was around
college like
my
freshman year of college, I think. Like 2014, maybe.
Because I remember everyone saying you didn't go. That was the biggest mistake of your life.
Yeah, 2014, 2015.
He made a
around
song
there.
with Martin Garrix so recently, didn't he?
Yeah, but those are singles.
Yeah,
Those are all singles. Yeah,
Full album
he's
is a
been
different
dropping
story.
singles
Yeah.
since then, but yeah, he hasn't made a full album. So yeah.
So speaking of that, let's
Yeah, let's get into it.
I'm
All right, hopefully it's
excited.
not-
Yeah.
let's hear this.
Hopefully
bad
You
boy.
heard it here first,
It's
folks.
true. All right, I have it at half volume. So
Yeah, you can play that, and I'll just bring the fader up.
Okay.
Always with the guitar.
Yeah, dude.
Cause we're hanging off the edge, nearly breaking. Now you're all up in your head, and we say things that we know we don't really mean. And we're tired, cause we ain't sleeping at all in the fire. Bring us closer to the fall. If we go down, we'll go down in flames.
Ooh. Oh, I like that. Man, can you turn up a little bit more?
Yeah.
If it's gonna fade to never, at least we'll always burn it bright. Oh, 'cause if this is all that we are, shadows and love in the dark, hold on till we fall apart. And if it doesn't last forever, at least we'll always say we tried.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is some Crybang music.
This is 100% Crybang music.
Now it's mosh pit music.
The moshing of this. And sobbing your eyes out.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
So we
That's
get-
great.
No,
That's
I like
great.
it.
Love that.
So that one's
That's
called
vibey.
Just
Last
solid.
Forever, and it's with
Okay.
this guy named Jordan Shaw.
Okay.
So that one,
Sick.
that one I love.
Yeah.
That's gonna. I don't know when it's gonna be coming out, but I will show you guys this. Oh, I don't get in trouble for this.
We get another one.
Yeah, this one's gonna be
For one deal?
the next song that comes out, and it's called "Would You Even Know?" And it's a collab. It's a collab with Audion.
I love that's another one of my favorite artists.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah.
Oh my
We saw him
God.
at Dream State. Jesus Christ.
See,
Just brought me back to college.
I'm excited that it's William Black.
Yes.
Audio's number
Of
2.
course,
He's number
yeah.
2 on it.
Come on.
Implied.
Wow. This collab.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
here we
ready.
go.
The gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Your gum just next to your phone.
But it's in front of Mickie.
God, I love female vocals.
Yeah, I was about to say, Nand's a sucker for female vocals.
They can just hit the... There's a different energy that they can hit.
Who's a singer?
I'm not sure. I don't know yet.
We'll put it on the screen.
Oh, I will
It
say...
sounds familiar.
It does.
Sounds like...
Sounds like Nev or something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too.
For Run?
No, it's not
It's
Run.
not Run. I know her name. I just can't remember what it is.
Monica?
Right.
Monica?
No.
Casey?
Dylan Matthew?
Oh yeah.
I like that this one's a little faster paced.
It's upbeat.
Yeah. I like the riser. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love
I
that.
love it.
This one's definitely a song where you'll be blasting, driving down the beach, the coast.
Oh,
windows
yeah.
Very
down.
summer song.
Yeah. This
is a
Summer
happy
song.
one.
This is definitely one of those songs
No
I would
Crybanging in
have.
that one.
I would absolutely
No.
have that in my car, windows down, be the obnoxious one who just turns it way up.
Yeah, the wind's like blowing in your face.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe just like
You're
rent a convertible just to listen to the song.
Yeah.
Just like having the top.
for a day.
Yeah, you have someone like stand up in the car and their
Yeah.
hair is just flying back and then they fly out of the car.
Every time William drops a new single, it's like, we gotta go rent a convertible.
Yeah. Hey, I know a guy.
I'm gonna open a convertible business.
Get a monopoly going.
Well, I'm glad you guys like it. I'm really hyped on both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
very
it's
good,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, we should on the convertible note just rename an entire genre convertible.
Convertible.
That's the name of the genre. Just
Started here.
convertible. William Black convertibles.
Yeah, we're making that a statement.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Oh,
New genre. Yeah, thank you so much for showing us
Yeah.
that. Both of those
so
were super
good.
solid.
I'm hyped. I have a lot more music, but
Yeah.
I can't play all of
Yeah,
it.
you gotta
of
save it. You gotta save it.
Absolutely.
Those are good.
You gotta keep us hyped up too. Like, we're
Yeah.
gonna. I'm waiting. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
it's
I'm
coming.
waiting.
That one with the audience should be very soon, so we'll see.
Hell yeah. Do you know what it's called yet?
Yeah, it's
Or-
called Would You Even
Oh,
Know?
okay, gotcha.
Would
gotcha.
you even know? Would you even know?
Would You Even Know?
Who would have known?
What's trippy, I don't even know if you noticed this, but you said it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But right when you said that, one of the lyrics was, "If it all feels familiar."
Uh,
I was like, at the same time, I was like, whoa. I love when shit like that happens.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that vocalist before. So
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd say I just can't pinpoint who it is. It did sound a little like Nev though.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool about Nev is actually it's a group of singers,
Yeah.
not just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from what I remember, because Audion sent me that, he had already like kind of started an idea, and then I did my thing, and I
Mhm.
asked him who it was, and I don't think it wasn't anybody I'd ever heard of, so
Yeah.
I have to ask him again.
How do you guys do that when you guys when you do collab on a song
Mhm.
and it's like already partly started
Sure.
and then it gets sent to you? Like when you say like you do your thing, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, so on this, it just depends on. It's like case by case basis.
Yeah, of course.
He is super chill. He was like, on the drop, like, go hard, like, do whatever you
Yeah.
gotta do. And he had an idea that was like kind of similar to what it is now, but I just added those like little synth kind of flutter things, I guess you could
Which
call
was
it.
like the sickest part of the song.
That, and then
Sucker for synths, honestly.
Yeah.
I changed the drum groove and added like some of my own sounds to it,
Yeah.
and changed some other stuff, but it was already like, I want to say like 50% done, and then I just kind of brought it home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Sometimes I like when I'm doing a collab to like have it on my own to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like sitting in a studio can be kind of intimidating with somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some people like I work well together, like Tyler and I work well together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just, some people are very like protective in a collab, and they're like, don't change this or that or that. And I'm
Yeah.
sure I can be like that too,
Mhm.
but I haven't done that many collabs, like as opposed to some people do a lot. You
Yeah.
know? I kind of like working on my own stuff.
Would you say when you do collab with people, it's like you have your specific part and then they have their specific part? Because I know we're friends with Val Virtual Riot and our other friend like Treek. They all live in the same house and everything. And I know in particular, whenever I hear one of Val's songs, I always know which part is like his because he has. Maybe it's just because he uses the same sound pack or whatever. But like I always know. And then him and like Treek, they have a song together called Neon Angel, and I can tell there's like 3 drops in that song, and I can tell, oh, this one's Vince, this one's Val, and this one's both of them.
That's cool. I mean, I think it can go either way, where like you just take your stuff and kind of try to blend it all together.
Yeah,
I think like it's probably easier with dubstep because there's like
So many layers.
Yeah.
there's like you can have your sounds in this spot, and and I feel like it could, for any genre you can do it, but
yeah,
I feel like for the most part my collabs have been just trying to make one product out of putting both of our
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
together, kind of
Enhancing
blend
it.
it,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm curious because you said earlier that you when you add your own sound to it, do you get packs and whatnot, or do you sound engineer your own, like
Both.
all the above?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So like, I mean, I've made stuff in the past and that I reuse, you know,
Yeah.
because that's kind of how you make your own sound.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I
like
was wondering,
using
like,
kind of the
have
same
you
sounds or similar, or kind of taking something that you did once and then changing it a little bit.
yeah.
But then also trying new stuff too.
I guess I was curious too, is like if you've developed, do you think you've developed like your signature sound? Because like I can only use Rez as an example.
Sure.
Anytime you hear the Rez
You know.
sound, you
Yeah.
know that's Rez.
I mean, I've tried. I feel like I can tell, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know if my fans can tell or other people. Like, I think a lot of the sort of signature, I guess, sound comes from like my vocal chops, like doing like the
Oh
little,
yeah, I hear it.
Yeah,
that is something that I feel like I might do differently than other people.
I like that. I like that you brought that up because that goes to show that a signature can be more than just a specific sound. It could be a specific technique that you do
Sure.
every time.
Yeah.
Because that actually makes me think of Kayvon.
Yeah.
He has that like the whoop sound
Yeah.
for the synth every time. You always know when when it's his song because of that.
Sure.
Yeah, or like Subtronics too.
Yeah.
So it's got his ticking clock.
Yeah.
Or
his
Zed with the tick tick tick.
Yeah.
Subtronics is crazy. His music's so sick.
Dude,
Yeah.
he destroyed.
It's your
He
favorite
destroyed
artist.
this year.
Oh yeah.
Or last year, he destroyed it.
I got to see him a couple of times and I was like, wow, this is.
Yeah.
He's a really sick producer.
Yeah.
Isn't he playing in San Diego in like a couple days?
Well, he's also playing
In LA
at
at the end of the
Time.
month,
He's playing
I
at
think.
Time and he's playing in LA
Yeah.
end of this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a specific opening whenever you open up your sets that you always do?
Yeah, I usually like make an intro.
Yeah.
So last year I made one for like my tour that was like kind of this super cinematic thing with a lot of the different vocals from the album.
Mm-hmm.
And then it drops into my song Haven. And then from there I go. And I've been playing that for a while because I made like I didn't make it, but I had a whole like intro visual made that goes along with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a really good way to start the set.
I love
so
how
I'm gonna
you said Haven because that's honestly my favorite song from you.
really.
I play it all the time. I was literally just listening to it this morning.
did you guys do it for the promotional graphic?
Yeah,
we
I
did. Yeah, I saw
There
that.
we go. I love that song. Yeah. So I mean, until I make a new one, I pretty much just open with the same thing.
Yeah.
That's fair. If it works, it works.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, then people will recognize you by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't we do your singing lesson too?
Back to you.
Yeah. We did a singing lesson with our friends over at Sidewalk Talk.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. You've interviewed with them before,
I
right?
did.
Yeah.
Before
It
the
is-
pandemic.
Yeah.
My top favorite song. Like, okay, I'll say it. So this guy's my favorite artist, but I like that song
Gee,
more.
really?
I like that song more. There's just something about it, and like the breath, the movement, all of it. It's just that, like it. Anytime I'm like in a place in my life where I need like just a moment to like think,
Yeah.
I would listen to that song.
That's interesting. You say that you said the breaths, like her breaths,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because after the fact, I was like, should we have taken some of those out?
No.
Even she was like, we kind of left a lot of them in. I was like, oh shit. Well,
See,
whatever.
the thing is, I know a lot of people didn't notice that at first. It was after a while that they started noticing it.
Right.
And to me, I personally see that as like an extra little Easter egg treasure. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
I've heard it before.
An Easter
Why
egg
am I hearing something new? Another layer
Yeah.
this time, another layer this time. That's what I enjoy.
I just feel like it brings so much character to the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels
Makes it more
like-
human.
Yeah, it makes it like I like the raw vocals a lot. That's why.
Plus, I
love
mean,
that song.
considering the lyrics and the story behind the song and all that, like breaths make sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That song was written so long ago. It was like originally like they wrote the chords and the lyrics. It was Monica Wells and Elenium. And Nick showed that to me like so long ago. Like, I don't know, 2017.
Damn.
And he was like, "What do you think of this?" And I was like, "Fuck, I'm obsessed with this song."
Yeah.
And I forgot about it. And then like in 2019, I was like, "Hey, you never did anything with that."
Yeah.
And Nick was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna." And I was like, "Can I have that?"
Take it. It's
Yeah, so,
mine now, bro.
I asked Annika because we were on tour at the time. She was like, "Yeah, do it." And then showed it to Slander.
Thank
and then,
God.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Honestly,
God
thank
you did that,
God.
dude. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I cannot explain. I'm so happy you got that out of the archives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was always obsessed with it. Like I remember hearing it for the first time and I was still trying to figure out, I don't even know if I had very many like solo releases. I was still doing a lot of remixes. And I was like,
Yeah.
I hope I can get a song with the vocal this good one
Yeah.
day. And then I got that exact song. And I was like,
Yeah.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
yes.
It's crazy.
So you
that-
just like manifested it for yourself at
yeah,
that point.
that flip can just happen in a second.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it's like there's like just such a small line between a song staying in the archives and
Yeah.
them actually being produced.
oh yeah.
Look, think about the fact that like it could have been archived and how everywhere it is. Almost every
everywhere.
artist.
Dude, it's funny. That's how we are.
remixes that and has the anime
Yeah.
like, weathering with you
Yeah.
on the screen, like everywhere.
That's just
Yeah.
how it is in entertainment. I feel like too, like with our videos too. Some of our
Yeah.
videos have just sat in there for like ages before
Dude,
we finally make.
I've had this conversation with other like directors and producers and whatnot. They'll produce the most amazing music video or the most amazing short film, and it's sitting on Vimeo. No one's ever seen it because it's just not
Yeah.
marketed in the right way.
Yeah.
Or like take some of the songs that people always say like, oh, it was just not it was not ready for its age, or what's the term where it's like it was too forward for its age. So like basically 20 years ago no one was listening to it, but now someone finds it and they're like, oh, this is actually really sick, and marketed it correctly.
Yeah.
Sure. People say that about TV shows too. Like whatever that one I can't remember it. There was only one season. It was
Animated? Is it animated or
no, it's like about high school. Came out, it has like this is my problem. I can't remember shit.
It's not. I don't think you would have trouble remembering that one.
Sure.
I've never seen it, so thank God.
I feel like it works that way with fashion too.
Yeah.
You know? Like where something is just
I guess.
It's just ahead of its time.
Yeah.
There
you go.
you
That's
go.
the phrase.
Yeah,
Ahead
but
of its
people are
time.
wearing like, rice bags on their feet.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just waiting for the time toe shoes become a thing. Can you
God.
imagine?
Those things are actually good if you really do hike. If you go hikes and you're climbing, toe shoes
they
are
look
actually
like shit
See,
though.
it's
they're
starting.
terrible.
It's starting.
Yeah.
Oh no! They are not fashion. Those things are ugly. I will never wear them.
Everyone starts wearing toe shoes
I
to
feel like
raves.
you can make them work if you
Here's the thing, I
accessorize
don't want
correctly.
to. That's the thing. I don't want to.
Fair
You can pull it
enough,
off.
fair
I'm
enough.
just saying.
Yeah, if you're wearing like a
pull it
scuba
off
suit.
of my feet.
If you're wearing a scuba suit, maybe.
Actually, no. If you're wearing a scuba suit, you
Or
actually need
surfers.
flippers.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, we were looking into, and congrats on being 10 years sober.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congrats
Thank
on being
you,
10
guys.
years sober.
Yeah, we
So
just saw
like,
that
how
post
was
too.
that? How was that journey for you? If you're comfortable talking about it.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's so funny because I've been sober for what feels like a long time now.
Mhm.
And just to give you like a little backstory, like in high school, I just did a lot of drugs. I drank. Oh shit. That's God right there. And my life was just like pretty shitty. Like I burned a lot of bridges. I wasn't a good person. I was dishonest and just kind of slowly killing myself with drugs. And one day I just made the decision. I was like, I need to get my act together.
Mhm.
You know? And so I moved up to LA from Orange County, and I went to rehab. And after that, actually, while I was in rehab, I went to Icon Collective. So I did that at the same time. And I just stayed here and stayed sober, and it's been great.
That's awesome.
My life, it's awesome because now, like, I have a great relationship with my family, and people trust me, and I'm not a piece of shit anymore. I don't have to live like a double life.
Yeah.
And that's
was it a big secret?
Well, no, it was until
Yeah.
I got caught or whatever.
Okay.
And then I still was just lying, and I had to remember like
10 years. You're 28. That was when you're 18.
I got sober like right
Wow.
before I turned 19, which is pretty young. So I've never had a legal drink in my life. Crazy.
Wow.
Actually, I've never drank at all.
Hey. What is
No
that?
wonder you're sober.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. I mean, it's hard because it's been so long to like remember. What I mean, I was just like really depressed, to be honest, and I was using drugs and alcohol as like
Escape.
yeah, it was just like this,
It's like a crutch coping mechanisms.
it was the solution to my problems, but it's not. It is a solution, but it's not one that's going to make your life any better. It's just going to make your life worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't remember so much about how I felt, but I do remember how my loved ones felt and like what the things, like I put them through a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why it's nice, like, I'm here visiting my family, and to have like an amazing relationship with them today is like so beautiful. Like I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
So does
I
all
love
of that
that.
influence your music?
Yeah, for sure. And
Love
also
that.
it's funny to think about because, I always thought like, oh, I can't get sober. Like I'm going to be a DJ and like, that's going to hold me back.
I was
Because it's
literally
known
going to
as, like,
ask.
the party life.
Access,
Right. Yeah.
like the access that you have, especially
Yeah.
at that level, is like it's just. I feel like it's just everywhere.
It is,
Yeah.
but it had it's the best possible thing I could have done for my career.
Yeah.
And even as simple as like, meeting certain people who have impacted my life. And like, I know, number one, my life wouldn't be as good and I wouldn't be where I am with my career without it. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
But at the same time, like, I don't want to like give people the wrong idea that I think they shouldn't go out and have fun. I just know for me, it didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this podcast is called I'm Peaking, right?
Well, we don't talk about we're not referring to any specific thing.
Yeah.
It's open to interpretation.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do refer to those kinds of things as we refer to
As
substances on
pre-workout.
here as pre-workout.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
The way I was explaining it too is like I'm peaking, like you're just peaking at life. That's
Sure,
it.
yeah, that's fair.
Peaking at life.
Which sometimes we do get misinterpreted a lot.
Oh yeah, we get some haters who are like,
Yeah.
I hate their name.
Or like it
Yeah.
rubs the
Yeah.
culture then the wrong way.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like we're just trying to play on
But
words.
it
here.
hasn't.
Yeah.
The culture hasn't.
Yeah.
Everybody's been doing.
It's been a
Exactly,
thing.
it's been a thing.
It's
Yeah,
been known.
Yeah.
That's our thing is like we know, so we want to also like communicate the message that we know it exists. We don't want to
Right.
be cookie cutter and like try to get around that or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Sugarcoat.
yeah, sugarcoat. There you go. But we do want to
Acknowledge
also acknowledge it
Yeah.
and just spread the message that like if you're gonna do it, do it safely. Everything in moderation.
Mhm.
like,
Sure.
Mhm.
it
And
shouldn't-
Everything we
you don't
try
have
to
to feel
do.
pressure to do any of these things.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
exactly same with you. Like being a DJ, being a music producer.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow this, rule apparently,
Yeah.
or like this man-made rule that we have to party, we have
Right.
to do drugs,
Yeah.
we have to do pre-workout, all that jazz.
Mhm.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you can get that same rush doing other things too. I mean, we just went to
Mhm.
Big Bear last month, and
Nice.
we went snowboarding, and
Oh
we
my
were like,
God.
dude, 1,000 times better than any drug we've ever done.
That's
Like,
To be perfectly honest, it's a cabin trip. Obviously, people are gonna drink. People are gonna
Sure.
like have
Yeah.
some fun. I thought I was gonna do that. I genuinely did.
oh yeah,
Went
we
yeah, no. I went snowboarding. I'm like, yeah, I forgot how much I love adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, fun fact, I plan to get an adrenaline chemical structure tattoo at some
Sick.
point in my life. And I just forgot about it. I just forgot that I was going to do that because, life takes you in different directions.
Sure.
You just don't do the adrenaline things you used to do when, you thought you were invincible. Going snowboarding again, I'm like, yeah, dude, I've been living off that snowboarding high for like weeks.
That's so
Love
tight.
that.
I'm going next month.
Yeah?
I'm excited.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
Got a
Hell
season
yeah.
It's
pass?
so fun.
No,
He's gonna buy 3 festival tickets like me.
I live in a place where I can go all the time, and
Yeah.
to be honest, I've only been snowboarding once, and it was a couple years ago. But
Oh,
we're
nice.
going up to Jackson Hole for my buddy's bachelor party, and
Yeah.
we're gonna do like
Ooh.
snowboarding.
That's gonna
and,
be so fun.
snowmobiling and all that stuff.
That's
So I
That's
gotta,
gonna be
so
so
fun.
sick.
I gotta
I don't-
practice.
I don't know how you're going to do it, but I still think it'd be the funniest thing ever if you had like full DDJ attachment to you as you're like just
Oh,
going
God.
down.
I had a
the mountain.
speaker. I had a
Right.
speaker attached to my my bag as we were going down the hill.
Maybe if I didn't think I was gonna fall 100 times,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely gonna be on my ass like 50%.
Yeah,
of the
get a
time.
helmet.
I
Rent a
have,
helmet.
I have a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah.
Dude.
I got invested.
Social media is crazy. I
Mhm.
liked one snowboarding video.
Oh, yeah.
One. Now every other video is snowboarding, and I'm getting ads for those like cushions that you can put underneath your
Oh yeah, the ones
pants.
I wore. I borrowed Rebecca's on the
Yeah.
first
What,
day.
you put them
cushions?
in
Yeah.
your butt?
They're butt
Yeah,
pads.
like, it's like a huge butt.
Maybe we
Send
should
me
get that
those,
if
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
scared.
Sponsor me. I'll be falling a lot.
William Black will make a song about you. About butt pads.
I'll do it. I'll write their theme song.
There you go. For real.
I mean, we already got DJ Diapers.
Yeah.
I think we can do DJ butt pads.
Yeah.
Patent pending, you know.
But we do have a segment of like, would you rather?
I love Would You
Let's
Rather.
do it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, pull them up.
So, would you rather have to go to the bathroom in the middle of your set without anyone realizing, or play the whole set with only one hand?
Bathroom in the I'm sure I'll have to do that eventually.
Which one? Just play with one hand?
No,
No,
I'll
go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's running down there during a 6-minute
Wait,
break
wait,
like
wait.
Tyler.
Number 1 or number 2?
No. Oh.
That's a big
two.
deal.
I say number 2.
Oh,
Like, it's like explosive.
Yeah,
No,
one's,
no, no, no.
one's too easy.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'll just DJ with
I don't
one
know why
hand.
it's so
So
funny
you would
when you
hold
say
it.
Oh yeah. Fuck that. I'm not-
The one-handed is.
Okay. Would you rather have to get a tattoo live during your set, or have to play the set only wearing underwear?
play the set only wearing underwear.
But you have so many tattoos. You want to do it live?
I don't want it to get messed. Then I
I
couldn't.
wanted
I
to
couldn't
ask
move
about that
around at
after.
all.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
I
true.
know Soul Living King got one live.
Yeah, but it was like a
really
smiley
like little
face.
tiny.
Like a smiley
What if it was
face.
like
So
a little
simple.
tiny smiley face?
I have enough bad tattoos where I don't want to get any more.
We're going to
Nice.
ask about that after.
Oh
By the way.
yeah, I'm gonna ask you about your tattoos for sure.
Would you rather never go on tour again or never collab with your friends again?
Never go on tour at all?
Yeah, but then or never collab with your friends again.
Oh, never collab with my friends again.
So you'll be playing all singles then on your tour. You would have no collabs.
Yeah, he doesn't need it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But then I couldn't make any money.
And no friends because
Well, I can still hang out with my friends.
Yeah, you can still hang out.
That's
You
true.
can
You'll
still,
collab with them.
yeah, and you can just play back to back.
Yeah.
That's not a collab. That's a back to back.
They're just putting
You're
on their
saying-
story.
you're
Hey, go
saying,
check
like,
out Will's show.
Not play any shows
Like
ever at
never,
all.
no tours, no shows.
Yeah, so no
hell
songs,
no.
no tours, no. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna listen to my music if I don't.
That's true. There
play
you
it out
go.
loud.
I disagree. I think people would, but yeah.
It wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
too.
true.
Like
That
that's
is
the
true.
reason the entire music industry is
Yeah.
so appealing, in my opinion, is the performance aspect
Sure.
of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just entertainment in general too is like the performance aspect of things.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Because
not,
it
not
brings
fun without
it brings your songs to life.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, and a loophole would be if you don't go on tour, you can still play big festivals because that's not technically going on
Yeah,
tour.
Or you could just become a Twitch streamer.
There you go.
Or you could do a
True.
back to back as well with one of your friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I've only done that once. It was like last month with blank.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, Tyler said that you
Oh,
guys
so
did that
you
too, and he
did.
said that you said
And
that you
hated
never wanted
it.
to
You're
do
like,
it
I
again.
never want to do this again.
That's true.
Why?
Maybe because I've blocked that out.
I blocked it. I was so bad.
I very much like to plan things out
Valid.
and
Yeah.
know what we're gonna do. And
Yeah.
he was just him and I weren't very close then. Like we
Yeah.
weren't as good of friends. And I called him out. I was like, dude, you need to fucking figure this shit out. we have to organize this. I don't want to go up there with my hands on my ass,
God damn it,
Tyler.
Tyler. Tyler, get your shit
what's funny is,
together.
like, I was thinking the phrase like I don't want to walk up there with my dick in my hand, and
Yeah.
you just switched to ass. I'm like, yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is that some girl after that set messaged me and was like, you guys need to practice DJing more. You weren't very good. And I was like, fuck you.
Was it the
Just looked at
transition?
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Tyler.
Damn
It's
it.
Tyler's fault. Those are
Yeah. I am not representative of both of us.
So who would your ideal back to back set be?
Ooh.
like dream back to back
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like something that would actually maybe happen.
Both.
It will happen.
Both.
No, even if it's a
Both.
dream, it will happen.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
say it was that shit.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
We're all big on
Manifest that shit.
manifestation.
I
here.
would want to go back to back with Skrillex. That would be like
Ooh.
All right.
Yo, Skrillex.
You heard it here first.
Skrillex? I mean, like, he's.
No, we'll make it. It'll happen.
I mean, he's releasing an album again. He's,
Yeah.
It's true.
He's, he may go on tour
The man is getting
again.
back
the
into
last
producing.
two songs he put out were really good. I
Yeah.
really like them.
Yeah. I really like Way Back.
Yeah,
Yo.
me
Yeah.
too. I like Way Back a lot.
Got that drum and bass vibe to it.
Nice.
I don't know why this got me in my feels, but one artist I wish I could see live that's never gonna happen. Avicii.
Yeah, I just started reading his biography yesterday. Yeah,
Oh.
I
Shit.
bought it like last year and I didn't start until yesterday, and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I love
Oh.
his music.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Hmm
Now
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
we got
some
fan
We got some
questions.
fan questions. Okay, I cannot pronounce this. I am so sorry. But someone said, tips for aspiring DJs and producers.
I'll keep it really simple. Just work on music every day. Don't worry about releasing music for a while. Don't worry about making an Instagram or starting like your project, because until your music's good, nobody's really going to care.
Yeah.
Facts.
And just every day write music and then take that song and start a new one. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to release everything that you make.
Yeah.
And when you first start making music, it sucks. And my music sucked. Everybody's music sucks when you start.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to listen back to what you did at the beginning and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so much better. So you don't want that.
Yeah.
Just focus on your craft. Like just
Yep.
focus on making music.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then after some years have passed, then when you can listen to your music next to an artist that you really admires music and it sounds like it's on the same level, then I think you're ready to go.
Yeah. I think we can all attest to that here too, just with like creating in general.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. When I look back at all my old videos, I cringe.
I
so
cringe.
hard.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I put them in the archives. I
Yeah,
can't even look
yeah.
at them.
I always say the same thing. It was this video I saw. It's still my favorite thing is like the threshold of skill to your taste in
Mhm.
music or taste in art or whatever it is.
Right.
It doesn't match up. So like you might, let's say somebody watching here now decides to go look up William Black's music. loves it, wants to start DJing, all that stuff. That person's taste for music is gonna skyrocket.
Yeah.
But their skill level to match it,
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time.
so much
do
slower.
it.
And people have to recognize that it takes time.
But if you can be like, hey, this isn't as good as the things I listen to. You have to be able to like be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And maybe your friends aren't going to be as honest as they need to be with you.
Sometimes your friends are like, "Oh yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah, that
it's
video's
totally
so great.
Good. Like
Yeah.
I
that
love that
mix,
idea.
amazing."
You
That
want the ones-
transition flawless.
But
You
like-
want the ones that are like,
Gonna
yo,
freaking tell you no,
this
then
sounds
you're
like
an ass.
shit. Yeah. Sometimes you need that.
Even some of my friends, like one of my best friends, he was like, yeah, I don't know what you were doing back in the day. It sounded like shit, but I wasn't going to tell you to quit,
Yeah.
And now he's like, yeah, I don't like
that's
EDM,
good.
but it sounds good. I'm
That's
like,
really good. My friends, when I started dancing, I danced for over 10 years.
Yeah.
When the first year I started, they all told me to quit.
damn.
And then a year
That's kind of
later,
fucked up, actually.
That's actually fucked up.
okay, well, not like quit. They were just like, I don't know, dude, that looks pretty bad. Like maybe you shouldn't, maybe you should like pick up something else.
I feel like
And then a year
that's
later-
hard because everyone was young then, so they didn't really
Yeah,
see
I was
that.
in high school,
Yeah.
so
Then there you go.
that's why. But
Dude,
but
sometimes
then
high school kids don't even know what the fuck they're
But
talking
then a
about.
year later, I was like doing like our school. We had like certain talent shows and stuff, and I was like winning them. And they were like, "Wow, we're really glad you didn't listen to us." So
I feel like at that age too, it's just like nobody they're still in the black and white. People
Yeah.
don't get better. You're just
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
either bad or you're good.
yeah,
I had people tell me, like, people that were older than me telling me, like, oh, you should have a backup plan. Like, you're not going to make it. You know how many people? And I feel like it was because,
parents.
no, they weren't even my parents. My parents were always really supportive.
Oh, that's
I was,
good.
I was very
Yeah.
lucky. But these people I felt like were a bit older and maybe didn't, follow their dreams. And so, like,
100%.
so
They
now
were
that
just
now,
like projecting their insecurities
exactly,
at that point.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like,
And then
they're the ones who had the backup plan.
Yeah.
And I remember specifically as my other friend who like hates EDM. He's like, just listens to like Metallica and that's it.
Mm.
And he was like, don't listen to these fucking guys, dude. And I was like, that's a real friend, you
Yeah.
know? Because he didn't like have any stake in my career. He just like, he recognized what was going on.
Yeah,
And I was young and impressionable. So
those are the ones you want to keep around.
mhm,
Yeah.
Sure.
for sure.
And then another one
Read
is
their name.
Danny Fries _98 says, was there ever a time when you struggled making a song that became a top banger?
I mean, Back to You, there was like an initial drop that I was stuck on and I just totally scrapped the whole idea and started from the beginning again.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that's what you get now. Is like the newer version.
Did you ever see yourself like becoming as big as you are now?
I mean, I surely hoped I was, like
Yeah.
when I was like younger and I was watching videos of, people playing festivals and stuff and being like, I wish I could do that one day. And it's funny because I feel like in my head when I was like, 18, 19, there was no doubt in my mind. I was like, I'm going to be successful. Like, this is what I want to do.
Yep.
I'm going to make it happen. And then when it started becoming like, things started happening
Real?
and
Yeah.
becoming
You're
more
like,
real.
oh shit.
That's when I started doubting myself more, which is interesting because
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it's happening. Like, what if I fail?
Did you
Interesting, yeah.
always, when you started music, did you see yourself like in the melodic bass area, or did you want to do another genre?
No, I mean, that wasn't really a thing. When I started making music, I was making trance. Like, that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Mhm.
And, I will say, like, 7 Lines was one of the
Mhm.
first artists who was kind of bridging that gap.
Yeah.
And another guy named Gemini, who doesn't release music anymore, but his music, go listen to it. It's like
Listen.
the fucking best.
Okay.
So, them and Skrillex and Above and Beyond and a bunch of other people. But I was like, I also love dubstep. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I love dubstep. I love trance. I love these like really emotional vocals. Like, how can I put it all together? And it
Yeah.
just so happened that like other people were doing that at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of, I like kind of feel like I just fell into this space where it just made sense. It was like the right sound at the right time or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our friend Grayson, he goes by Gzoom on social media. He always says, we bring it up in every episode. He always says, or when we had him on, he said that like, honestly, at the end of the day, the genres don't really matter. The
Mhm.
music should just sound like you.
Yeah.
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 But
Yeah.
it's crazy because now you're like one of the top artists of that genre.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
No, like literally, you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Who
actually are,
discovered
yeah.
you? Who's the one that like brought you on to that?
Millennium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. And we met through like a mutual friend that's like not music related at
Mhm.
all.
I like that too.
And I was making really shitty music,
Mhm.
and he was his music was pretty good already. And so, but he like gave me my first break, and kind of put me on. For sure, he brought me on tour, a couple times, and just like his advice and stuff has been
Yeah.
like
I think the first time I tried to see you was in 2019 during his Ascend tour,
mhm.
but it was like way last minute, and the only show I could go to was in San Diego. And obviously we're in LA.
Mhm.
So I had to like rush there after work, and I missed your set.
That was
because
one of
I
my
didn't-
favorite shows on the whole tour.
I missed his favorite
You
set. I
fucked
didn't
up,
get there in
Mickey.
time because there was just so much. It was a Friday.
Are you talking about
Yeah.
the
So
centaur in
much-
LA?
No, I went
Is
to
it-
all the way in San Diego.
It was the day before the LA one. Mhm.
Yeah, because I couldn't make it to the LA one.
Well,
so.
that's your loss. So-
I think
Sucks.
I remember.
It's just like sucks for
I
you.
tried to make it because I knew you back then, so I tried to make it.
It's okay. My sets of I feel like during the pandemic and like that I really was able to like perfect my craft a lot more. And I
Yeah.
listen
I mean-
back to like some of my older sets and I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
kinda-
Every time we've seen you, it's
Yeah.
I
No,
remember.
fun fact.
You throw the
Well, you
fuck
you
down,
saw them
dude.
at EDC. I missed I missed
EDC
that one.
2021
21.
was-
Vegas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're unbelievable. But fun fact, we went to Escape
Yeah.
the weekend after
That was the one that.
only to see you and then left.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
Wow.
we had like a Halloween party with some friends who lived nearby.
Yeah,
But
but it's just like
but
we wanted to go see you.
and I
It's
missed
like-
you at EDC because
Yeah.
I was like,
and
still
I
at
couldn't
our
shut up about
Airbnb.
it. I remember not
Yeah,
shutting
and I
up
was like,
about
all
it.
right, I gotta see this guy. And then I think Larry had mentioned some stuff about you too.
Yeah.
Or no, actually, no, I didn't even know Larry yet.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but so it was Nand then. Yeah, so I was just like, I have to see this guy.
Honestly, like
Especially
you,
because it was like coming down the stairs. Like you know the iconic
yeah.
EDC. Like
Yeah.
you walk in. We walked in. This first set I seen. I'm like, yeah, we're going there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
honestly, like you surprised me with your set because you throw the fuck down.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit!
do.
Like I was expecting to like cry, but I was like, I was headbanging more.
Yeah, well, I feel like I can't play a whole set of just
Nah.
Yeah.
one like vibe because I'll get bored. you know?
Yeah.
And my whole thing is like I want to kind of make a journey. So there's like valleys and hills
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
It's
kind
a
of
roller
build it
coaster.
up and then chill it out. And I don't know, because this is just me personally, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to hear a whole hour set of one genre, but I get bored.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like, in like a heavier, if I go from like a melodic song to like a heavier song,
Yeah.
in my eyes it feels like more impactful because of the difference in like the vibe change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
That's
definitely
just me.
does.
And the
Yeah.
journey. Like there's a journey within each set.
Right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta give variety
Mhm.
during your set. Yeah,
Thanks.
that's why whenever drum and bass comes on during a set, we're just like, wow.
And then I play it and I'm having a great time and I look at the crowd and nobody knows what they're doing and they don't know how to dance and they're just standing there like nobody in America knows how to dance the drum and bass.
Yeah, no,
It's
straight
not.
up.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
we-
popular.
Yeah, we
It's getting there.
We just found out that there's like an actual dance style that for drum and bass called drum and bass step.
No,
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. They have competitions with
Sick.
people who, yeah.
Sick.
Well, I'll
just-
tell anybody
Fox Team
watching, if you're ever wondering how to dance the drum and bass, don't worry about the kick at all. Just move with the snare.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
People always want to move with the kick, but it's impossible to do that
Yeah,
with
you
drum and
just-
bass. Just
it's so fast.
listen to the
Too
snare. It's
fast.
halftime.
Yeah. I think your spirit fingers work best for that. Like,
There you go.
yeah.
Sorry.
oh, yeah.
More fan questions.
Yeah. And then I want to ask about his tattoos.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna ask
Oh,
about his
you asked about his
tattoos.
tattoos.
Seen all my questions.
I only asked like one question though.
I've asked 0.
You have.
Really?
You have not.
Andres said, "Is there an important moment in your life that got to you to say, yeah, I'm gonna pursue music?"
Honestly, just think it was when I first went to a rave. Like, I may or may not have been under the influence of something, but
Just pre-workout.
Pre-workout.
yeah, I was just
Caffeine.
like, this is like the best night of my life, you
Yeah.
know, and just how much the music impacted me. And I was like, I want to be able to like share my story,
Yeah.
and have the same kind of impact on other
Mhm.
people. Maybe
Yeah.
help somebody with the music I make. Like if I could help one person, then like I've done a good job, you know?
Nice.
I always laugh when people like make fun of that feeling that you get as a result from the pre-workout.
Yeah.
But the thing is I feel like sometimes you can really turn that feeling into a long-lasting beneficial thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like it's moments like that really say like, oh, you know, there's more to this. There's more to the pre-workout than just, you know, the base value, I feel like.
I mean, if you think about it too, it's just like at the end of the day, all that pre-workout is doing is forcing your body to use up all the serotonin, and that can change you. Like to have that huge jolt, like let's use snowboarding as an example, that huge jolt of like
adrenaline
and serotonin, dopamine, it gives you a sense of clarity to like see, oh shit, I could make my life like this all the time if I go do this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It can inspire you.
Yeah, it can inspire. Inspire and motivate even.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It works with and it works with obviously more than just pre-workout, like, you know, other things too.
Yeah. I mean,
Hobbies,
there's definitely ways to
interests.
naturally like pull out that kind of like feeling.
Yeah.
But it's good that you turn that feeling into like into that, like that literally set the course of your career.
Sure. It was, I mean, it took some years before I figured out what I was doing, but that's how I knew when I really like fell in love with dance music as a whole.
Yeah. Like if you hadn't had that motivation, things might have turned out differently.
For sure.
But like if you didn't do music, what would you have pursued? What were like your other interests?
You know what? I used to do part-time, like some like after school programs with kids. And I always kind of thought if the music thing didn't work out that I would do something with kids.
Yeah.
I also like thought it'd be cool to work like behind the scenes on movies, like on a set or something.
Yeah.
It's not that cool.
Yeah.
It's not that cool.
Well, you know,
Trust me.
It's so much work, 15-hour days. No
Yeah.
thanks.
I used to work at this like vape shop in Culver City,
Mhm.
and it was right next to Sony Studios, and so people from the studios would always come by and, you know, buy their vapes and stuff. And there was one guy I'd always talk to, and he was telling me about, you know, he's like, oh, I can get you a job like driving like the little cars around. And I was
Dude,
like,
how fun is that? Just driving around the
I
studio.
don't know, I thought it'd be cool. Like I mean, I love what I do, but sometimes I wish I had something that was a little bit less in the spotlight. Like I still get weird when like I'm just out somewhere and people come up to me and they're like, hey, like,
I get that.
and like I love meeting fans and like that's so cool, but it's still just kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
overwhelmed.
Especially when
We
you're
get
like
like
at a,
Has it
you're
hit
at
you
like
yet?
a Macy's and you're just like buying something. You're
Yeah.
like,
Well, like during COVID, my mom went to the doctor and she was wearing like one of my masks. Had my logo on it. Oh, and the guy at the front desk was like helping her, and he's like, do you know whose logo that is? And she was like, yeah, it's my son. And he like freaked out.
That's so cool though.
She really liked that. I thought that was cool.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
the same thing happened. I bought my sister headphones for like her birthday or something, and they were like too big or they didn't fit. So my dad took them back to Guitar Center, and he was like, I'll just return them and we'll get something else. And so he returns them, and the guy at the counter was like, it says these are for William Black. And my dad's like, yeah. I'm like, my son bought these, and he's like the DJ? And he was like, yeah, he's a DJ. I saw him play.
Just a DJ.
I saw him play at, you know, wherever, and it was funny.
Yeah.
dude,
Has
that,
it hit you
that
yet,
must
though?
feel so good though.
Yeah.
When people
Yeah, especially when
recognize-
your parents are
Yeah,
there.
exactly. When your
Yeah.
parents are the ones who get to witness like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They're like,
must feel
wow.
good.
Yeah,
for you.
They're
my,
like,
my
oh.
mom's been through it before.
Yeah, when we were
Really?
on day trip, my dad, same thing.
Yeah, no,
it's
I
cool.
was actually at the hospital and I had COVID.
Oh, God.
And I was in there and the nurse was like, are you on TikTok? Do you happen to be on TikTok? And then like my mom was outside. So like he went up to my mom and he had a whole conversation with my mom
Really?
supposedly.
Aw.
And then like I was at Takaya and then like they offered me and my mom free food. And
No way.
my
Yeah.
mom was just like, I didn't know this is a thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people just be coming up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like such a surreal thing for your parents to
Sure.
see.
Oh yeah.
It's dope because like, you know, like I was saying earlier, like my parents were always really supportive and never told me like, get a real job, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, I had to work full time to support myself and,
Yeah.
you know, work on music when I wasn't
The
working.
grind.
But it's been really cool for me to see them see what I do. And
Yeah.
they come to all my shows that they can come to. And
Aw.
like I brought my dad out. He plays guitar. I brought him out to play a song with me at my LA show last year.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, it was a really cool moment. And
Oh, shoot.
yeah, so it's makes me happy that they supported me and you know, now they're seeing
they see your world.
They're seeing the reality.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Do you like hang out after your performance and like go on the floor with your family at the raves?
No, they've only come to like my headline shows or like if I'm playing like a support act. They've never actually come to a festival.
Okay.
I think that'd be like a lot for them.
It would be. I want to make it. You know, I want to make it happen eventually.
Yeah. I think for me it was cool because my dad has always been like he's been supportive, but my dad grew up in corporate his whole life, so he's always been more on that end. Like you need to get a job that's like paying your finances and all that stuff. And so I think bringing him to Day Trip was really cool because he actually got to see the scope of like our reach and how many people like come up to us. And we had people asking us for photos. And then when they found out he was my dad, they're like, we want him in the photo too. And he was like, me? Yeah. I was like, yeah, you.
That's famous.
Yeah. And so it's cool like to see their reaction, especially when it comes to like someone like that who's a little apprehensive about you know, your career choice. At least they know like, okay, this is something that actually could work out for you.
Yeah. I'm very grateful that wasn't like a hurdle I had to go through because I've had friends where they're like parents just don't get it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I definitely had it easier. My dad was like in bands growing up and he's, you know, he plays music and my mom played piano and stuff. So
do you play an instrument?
Not well. No.
Just plays the computer well.
You never need to.
Just enough to get that sample. All right, let's sample this.
Well, a lot of times, like, you know, I'll like write, so, like, you know, if it's guitar or something, I'll write it like with MIDI. Do you know what that is? And I'll have like a friend like Tyler or my other friend John like record it for me because I can't fucking do it. It's like I know how I want it to sound,
but I can't do it.
And
That's so interesting. Like your ear is at the very least trained to be able to like recognize and know how like the sound of a guitar, all that, but your hands just can't match up to it.
It's interesting. I should probably be practicing more.
New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I know.
What is your New Year's resolution, by the way? Do you have any?
Honestly, it's kind of the same every year, but it's just like live in the moment and
be present.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of time in my life I've spent just thinking about the future and worrying about things that haven't even happened yet or might not happen. And so I just want to focus on now and be the best person I can be.
Yeah. No, that's a good one for sure.
Good to always remind yourself that.
Yeah.
I had a pretty big question because so we wanted to talk a little bit about this too because we just came from Countdown and I mean this isn't going to be released until end of January, but we did really want to talk about it because Countdown was very wet.
Oh, really?
It was extremely wet.
It was 3 inches water wet.
Yeah, I was at Valentino Con set with water filling my shoe, and I think at this point we had to just accept it. And on the way out, like walking out of the venue, the porta potties had overflowed. So there's just like shit water like everywhere.
It was shit water. It was vomit water.
Not only that,
it was food water.
Everyone had to walk through it because there was this giant lake like going out, leaving the festival because, you know, Insomniac for whatever reason wants to have one exit at that venue at the NOS Center. So anyway, we had to walk through that. It was awful. It was pouring rain. I mean, I brought an umbrella and a poncho, but even that
did not help at all.
So much when you have a giant group of people who don't have that, you know?
Sure.
So I wanted to ask you if you've ever performed in like crazy weather conditions like that and what your experience was like.
Not super crazy. Personally, actually, I feel like I've been really lucky to where, I mean, I've had shows get canceled because it was like snowed in, but I never even got to the city because I couldn't. It was last year, or actually 2 years ago at the end. I was supposed to fly to like upstate New York and my flights just got canceled because I was like, well, can't go there. I'm not going to get stuck there. Like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, DJ Snakes got canceled for Countdown, didn't it? Or
but he was sick.
Oh, he got sick. Yeah.
That was because of COVID.
But other people's got canceled, didn't it? I think, right?
Really?
Some people's did.
Almost Val.
Yeah, Val's almost got canceled, but he ended up coming and playing.
Yeah, he just found a different flight. But to be fair, that's a whole other thing. That's Southwest, like the entire
company God, bro.
of Southwest
has issues.
They fucked me over.
I saw your story.
Yeah, you could check in 2 bags. They help you out with that, but like their flight system is fucked.
I did see at Ember Shores during the Dab the Sky set. It was outside, and it just started fucking pouring rain like everybody was soaked, and I would say like 95% of the crowd just like stayed and like just accepted it. Which was really tight. Like I went up there to play my song with Said The Sky, and like I got soaked just standing up there, and there was like, you know, guys working at the festival like standing on the decks, like holding up trying to make sure things didn't get wet. It was fucking so funny, but it was like a vibe, you know.
It's definitely like a you're in it kind of thing, and it's like I'm just going to accept it.
Sure.
And I feel like that it's that mentality that, like, I mean, at least for us when we were there, I know it was like, even I think the worst part for me was my shoes filling with water and me feeling like I was literally standing in a lake. But once I got past that point and I was just like, you know what?
Just accept it.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. Then I did, but I know some people couldn't accept it.
Because I'm thinking about getting a disease from the dirty ass water. So that's my mindset behind it. Like, I don't mind getting wet.
No, but when we're at the set though.
Okay, but I wasn't. I was walking back and forth between stages. Like I like 10 minutes before countdown, I had to make a decision. Do I make my way into GA and force myself through this crowd, or walk halfway across the stadium to go to another stage that my other friends were at, so I could be around people that I love at countdown? And I just decided to run my way across the stadium. 4 inches, 3 inches of water.
That's great. I didn't hear anything about. I feel like I would have seen something about.
There's some videos. There's some videos going on right now.
I will say this: I just listened to slander. I just walked on water.
But like cars were in water. Like people could not get to their cars after the festival.
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad.
Damn.
I don't know. I just saw you when we were at Valentino Con, because we had to force our way through the crowd to find you guys. And when I got there, I just remember seeing you with your sunglasses and your lollipop, and you're just like. You just look so unhappy, and I'm just like,
I was very happy, but I just felt defeated. Yeah, you know.
I mean, I would know what I would do in that situation, but I'm a baby, so like, I would be like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
Do you know so many people? Like granted, it's like every festival with every stage, people always get pinched at the front. Once you can get past that, you're home free. There's plenty of space,
right?
And then like at that point, it's like we're all mentally like, you know what? Screw it. I'm here.
Because
I'm gonna enjoy
in the end,
music.
it's just gonna be a memory.
Yeah. Plus, it was also our friend's.
It was our friend's birthday at
so we were like, let's focus on making sure that this is an unforgettable
time. Yeah,
that's fair. You guys are good friends.
We had fake money and everything. We were like, we had sashes too. It was a whole thing.
That's so tight.
Yeah.
Snuck all of them in, not snuck, but like we brought them all in. She's like looking to the front of the stage. All of us are like getting ready behind her. Like,
Michelle just chucks the fucking money like before the ball even dropped, and we were all like saying, she just throws it in the air.
We're like, Michelle would do.
Yeah, something Michelle would do.
But yeah, I also wanted to take a second as well. We should probably address the
the
Phonk issue. Yeah. So to anyone watching this, that what I know, I said on Instagram that we were going to address it in this episode. So for some of you guys who don't know, we did release a social clip, and we talked in Phonk 2 episodes ago when it was just us. It was for New Year's, about the genre Phonk. And so since then, we've been educated and know a little bit more about the genre, but we did want to address that what we were talking about in that episode is not technically Phonk. Phonk stems from hip hop, mainly Memphis rap and Houston chop screw rap, I think. Yeah. And so there is a video about it. Shout out, I think his name's Pootie Tang on Instagram, but he has a whole video on it. The current songs and music that you guys hear on TikTok by like artists like Cordell, for example, is not actually Phonk. It's closer to Russian it's like a Russian hardcore.
Which makes sense because they're all Russian artists.
Yeah.
So if you guys hear any music that's like that features the 808 cowbell or whatever, don't just, before you start assuming that it's Phonk. And I know, again, a lot of like bigger companies are contributing this problem too.
Yeah,
Spotify is even like killing the genre.
Yeah, like Spotify and a lot of the research we did, it was mislabeling the genre. So that's our bad that we didn't look further than that. I mean, honestly, thought Spotify was a reputable source.
Actual Phonk is a lot slower. It's a lot more chilled, like, and laid back. It's like similar to lo-fi.
So things I did say were correct. I just didn't label it correctly.
Yeah. So I know a lot of the Phonk community is suggesting that type of music be labeled as drift, which I think sounds pretty cool, to be honest.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's to also represent, because I know they started labeling it. They started labeling different types of actual Phonk, faster paced Phonk, drift Phonk, because they would play it over like cars. Like,
yeah, it's really big in the car community.
Exactly. So if you hear any like faster paced songs with like the 808 cowbell and stuff, it's likely drift and not Phonk, not actual Phonk. I highly recommend also, I'll leave in the description the links to those videos, so that if you guys want to know more about the actual genre, you can go and check that out.
Yes, in no way did not mean to disrespect the community.
Yeah, we apologize to all the Phonk producers. We know you guys work hard out there, and I respect that, you know, you guys are trying to keep the genre alive in what it is and keep it at its roots, its cultural roots. So
thank you for the ones who, you know, corrected us.
The ones who are respectfully corrected us. So the ones that were calling us out,
I mean, don't say that either, because don't stoop their level. It's just like, thank you for the constructive criticism for all the people that did, and the people who did get like unnecessarily upset. Sorry, like, damn.
No, it's like, honest mistake. It happens, like, you know, so we apologize, but also like, you don't need to be a dick about it. You don't
be a dick.
Yeah.
Be a good person.
True.
I love that brand.
Yeah. Sorry. Wait, actually real quick though. Well, do you listen to any, I guess, drift? Phonk or
Have you
drift
heard of it?
drift?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I mean, some of it's cool. I don't know. I'm not like super big into it. I don't know enough about it to have an opinion, I don't think.
Yeah. I feel like we've been starting to get into it just more because, especially on like Gym Talk, drift has been getting a lot bigger.
To be fair, that's why I never have anything to say about Phonk. I still don't know what I'm listening
what actual Phonk is. You wouldn't like actual Phonk.
You wouldn't like it.
But you would like just Phonk, I think. Think of me
Phonk.
speeding
or drift. Just drift.
I don't gym like these guys, so
No, I like to speed on the road, so like playing that, it helps me speed.
That's why I listen when I need to drive fast. I listen to drum and bass.
Yeah.
So it's a hard not to drive.
Yeah.
fast.
Oh, that's another thing too. By the way, we did not know that there are drum and bass festivals in Europe, and I know some people were calling us out for
Actually,
that too.
to be fair, and I thought about this heavily because I rewatched it. And it's like we were talking about. There's no drum and bass stuff festivals
in the States
with Insomniac. We literally say that
too, but also in the States, there's like
generally speaking,
unless it's like Brownies and Lemonade throwing like a little event, but that's different. We're talking about a full blown festival, so that would be really cool if someone could make a full blown D&B festival here in the United States. That'd be great.
I'd be curious to see how many people go.
You'd be surprised.
I'll go.
William Black D&B set.
No, get the guys who actually make good D&B, not me trying to make it and not sound as good.
Fox Stevenson? Fox Stevenson?
Fox. Yeah, we need to get Fox on here one day. That'd be great.
I just want to see him.
I also just want to see him too. I haven't seen him yet. But yeah, do we have anything else before we close out? Because I think we're definitely
his tattoos. You wanted to ask about his tattoos?
Oh yeah.
I wanted to ask about your tattoos because I'm like, are you full body tattooed?
No, I have my chest, my arms, my hands, and then I have like half of my leg and some other random shit.
Ooh.
Well, that kind of answered my question too. Is like it's all random shit. Are you the type that has tattoos that all have meaning and whatnot, or
no?
Just like
today's
like Thursday.
Cool.
I do have some that have meaning for sure.
Yeah,
but like I have a dragon on my hand. There's no meaning. I just think dragons are fucking
cool.
It's
like you just get a flash tattoo.
Yeah. Wait. What?
Like the flash tattoos, where you just like.
Oh yeah, I like to like pick, what I'm doing. But I have some of the, like I got this frog on Friday the 13th, like
nice.
8 years ago. But then at the same time, like I have a whole like half of my leg that's just a portrait of my dog. Like so I have some that are meaningful and some that I just think are cool.
Yeah. I feel like the perfect merch idea for you would be a sweater or some joggers that match your tattoos on the outside. So like people could be wearing your tattoos.
I don't know why you made me think of like a pashmina with just like tattoo stamps like all over
that could be cool.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be unique as well.
Yeah, it might be different. I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
You don't want your tattoos out there.
Let's just get started with the William Black pashmina.
Yeah, let's take it slow.
Yeah. Let's get that out there first.
We'll make those happen.
I think actually, if there's no other pressing topics that we wanted to talk about. Oh,
What was the question?
Yeah. We like play one of your songs that play another song of yours, but like
once
is already released,
one,
and it's like your
on
favorite like
Spotify.
right now.
Like
Of
your
mine?
personal favorite, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Of your
personal
own.
favorite.
Oh man. All right, let's see what I got here.
Oh, and if by chance in the future you have like a back to you VIP, I'm just
I don't have one. I never made one.
things can be made.
Oh god.
Things can
What
be
am-
made.
It's his way of saying, "Can you please make one?"
I
True.
forget when it was, but wasn't there like an album release of like all the remixes of Back to You?
Yeah.
I remember just
Oh,
like
yeah.
having that on repeat for a minute.
Yeah,
They got annoyed.
my favorite one of that is the Matrix and Future Bound remix.
Yeah.
I can't pick a song, just any song.
Yeah, too many options.
Well, yeah, I'll just do the last one I put out,
All right.
which is You're Not Alone with Cinemakid.
Oh.
Kind of went under the radar.
See, like, who did the piano here?
Cinemakid.
Oh, okay.
He's singing on it too.
Okay.
Oh. I think you couldn't have picked a more perfect song to like close out the episode with.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This sounds like the closing of a movie. You know, like when people are
Yeah.
Like the outro.
yeah, with all the credits.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's so pretty.
I could see you crying to this song.
I could see myself crying to this song.
Yeah.
Copy me.
And
I like the little guitar in the back too. Well, I love your subtle, like, you're like really subtle, like back. You're like, I've heard this song so many times.
I still like it though.
This is a make you forget about all your worries kind of song.
Fuck yeah, that was the vibe.
Oh.
Let me just add that to my
Add that to yours.
this right now.
Yeah, so you don't
What is it called again?
You're Not Alone. And the artwork is
Oh, that's
my little kid with the.
Wait, how's the art?
that's so cute.
It's like my little logo with.
oh yeah. I love that. I remember
God.
looking for like a jersey or like a t-shirt or something and just having that silhouette look. I'm like, I like that.
So
I just listened to that on the way back home.
just cry in your car.
No, I'll be happy. That's a song that makes me feel happy for sure.
Cry.
Dude, that's
happiness.
that's what I like lately too with all like the sad boy music. Like, yeah, I'm crying, but it's genuinely happy tears.
Yeah.
Like I'm
you
not
feel the emotion.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
honestly, winter is like the best year.
Yeah.
The best season to like listen to all of this.
I agree.
During cuffing
Fall.
season.
I like fall.
Fall too.
Fall is my favorite season.
I always use this.
Mine too.
example.
Mine too.
I always use this example just to throw that story in. Like when I cried at the Said the Sky set at Escape.
Yeah.
One of our friends, Caleb, he's like, "Man, everything's okay. Like life is good."
Oh,
He's just, like,
yeah,
trying to be like
It
a
went
good
viral.
shirt. He thought I was like actually like depressed, and Dev was like, "No, he's happy. These are all happy
Yeah,
tears."
yeah.
And immediately, Caleb like,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah, you cried those tears."
Yeah, we did a bit where he held up on his phone, like, why are people crying here? And then you pan over to Nan, and he's just like
bawling.
he's just bawling. And San Holo literally posted it on his
Yeah.
on his freaking feed.
That's
It's
tight.
so funny.
Dude, because like I think that was the first time I got to see Said the Sky with all of my friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing: I had left to go find other friends,
And he met
and
up
I
with
didn't
us.
think I would actually find them again because that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I find them at the right moment. I'm
That's
like,
fire.
literally, this moment could not be any
Unbeatable
better.
feeling. Yeah.
Oh.
That is the best.
Real quick before we close things out too, we wanted to let all of you guys know that we heard you guys when we were talking about throwing an event.
Wow.
So we are going to be throwing an event on February 16th with Sidewalk Talk. It's going to be here in LA. We don't know all the details just yet. We're working on getting our headliners. We're working on getting all the lineup, everything.
But if you want to...
Yeah, let
us know.
Hey, what are you doing on February 16th?
I won't be in LA.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. We'll talk about it a little more in the next episode too, once we have some more details locked down. But
just to confirm, also the venue we have, is it 21 plus?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I feel like that should be said because obviously Insomniac events is all 18 plus. So to make sure that everyone can attend.
Yeah, maybe we can figure out some sort of thing with the wristbands or something to make sure. But yeah, so for those of you guys who did want an event or were down to support,
we heard you.
Yeah, if you're local here in SoCal or whatever, please come out. We want to get all the support we can get. We would love to meet you guys.
Really, really fun.
And we're gonna have a good lineup of people too.
Yeah.
So.
That we could all party together.
Yeah,
it'll be really, really fun.
Yeah.
First of many.
Yeah. But yeah, Nand, did you want to say?
No.
Yeah. Do you have a thought?
No.
But hey,
you don't have a pashmina thought?
Do you have a
You haven't done one in a while.
I just do the pashmina just on my head. My only thought is I think people should be taking sea moss every day because it gives me natural energy. I have not drank coffee since I've been drinking sea moss, and it does give you natural energy.
That.
And also, it's been debloating me. It helps with your digestive system. It helps
She just
with your
got
gut
sponsored
health.
by Creation, so she's plugging it as much as possible. Just like how she plugs her Prime Sports Nutrition.
Oh yeah, if you need any actual pre-workout.
Dude,
Anyway, Nand, please,
Zero shame.
please close us out.
Thank you so much for watching episode 12.
Wait, he was going to say something.
I was just gonna say you go to the ocean and get sea moss for free.
You don't have to pay $10 for a bottle. Okay.
Mic drop.
Thank you, Will. Thanks.
13. It's even worse. Yeah.
But once again, thank you guys so much for supporting us this far and your continued support. This is episode 12 of I'm Peaking Podcast. This is the wonderful William Black.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you for being
coming.
super sick.
Thank you for having me out. This is super fun.
If you want to plug anything.
Oh yeah, what do you got going on right now?
in the future.
Plug your albums, love your songs.
I got
Plug your relationship status.
When is this coming out?
29th.
January 29th.
Okay, so I'm playing in San Francisco at the Midway, March 3rd. It's my biggest show I've ever done.
I just saw your story about that.
So get your tickets.
Be there.
Get your tickets.
Be there.
Or
Be
be
there.
square.
Be there, be square.
You don't want to be a square. You know what happens to squares?
Nobody cares?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't have a punchline. So
Got your back.
Yeah.
But I am your host, Nand.
Brin.
Mickie.
Devin. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
I'm well.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you guys.
Cool.
Bye.